Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. And tonight, man, we got ourselves a hell of a discussion involving Lamelo Ball, MB1, the one of one. You already know what it is. Listen, the in-season tournament schedules has been released. We must break it all down. There's so many variables. And I'm here to let the people, well, listen, I'm not going to sit up here and cast no aspersions. I'm not going to sit up here and try to play with you. I'm not going to tantalize with the people tonight. I'm just going to give a guideline and a path to where the Charlotte Hornets can do the unthinkable. We all know there are some, formidable foes when we discussing the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, listen, that's nothing to be messed around with, ladies and gentlemen. When we discussing the New York Knicks, listen, that ain't nothing to mess around with, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, listen, Miami, listen, it's not looking kosher. You understand? But I want to tell you this. Who's to say that these teams who are veteran based, when we discuss in Miami, they fresh off the finals, they got other thoughts, they got other things running through their mind, you understand? When we discussing, the Milwaukee Bucks, shit, hell, they just got smacked up out the postseason. They got Giannis Antetokounmpo last time I checked. Who's to say they're gonna be so emotionally invested in all of this? And that's where I'm going with this. It seems to me that the NBA is promoting this in-season tournament as a young players situation. So I'm going to be very interested to see how the veterans take to the in-season tournament. Because like I said, Jimmy Butler didn't even want to hold the Eastern Conference, type the championship. They give a trophy when you win the Eastern Conference. They give a trophy when you win the Western Conference. This guy, Jimmy Butler, just despised the Eastern Conference trophy. So that's why I think it's very, very, very crazy, in my humble opinion, to see that. I think that the Hornets can win this thing, man. I'm telling you. Now, I think that the Washington Wizards, along with the Charlotte Hornets, are going to be the most emotionally invested. I could see the Knicks sitting some players out. You don't think it's a situation where they might want to rest players during this, and who they might not care. They'll let their young players play during this, so it's going to be interesting to see. I want to see, because I haven't heard none of the veterans talk. We haven't heard LeBron speak on it. When that trophy, that Commissioner's Cup, whatever the hell they want to call it, was announced, who the hell was on that podium? I seen Anthony Edwards. If I'm not mistaken, I thought I seen Tyrese Halliburton. I seen a lot of young players promoting this tournament. This is not looking like a situation where the veterans is coming to win it all. We all know Jimmy want that champion. You think Jimmy Butler is coming into the season, training camp, all this shit, with the thought of let's win the Commissioner's Cup? We want to win the end season. That's our goal. The hell no. You understand that this tournament will be up for grabs, in my opinion, for the Wizards and the Hornets. Now, if you the Hornets, you still got to go up against some of these other teams, role players. Now, the New York Knicks, they got some talent. You can the Hornets go toe to toe with some of these guys? You still got to deal with RJ. I don't see him sitting out. He's still young. He about to get into his prime. So the Knicks could be a threat out there in that tournament. But I see Miami and I see Milwaukee taking a step back in this tournament, and I see it being a 3-team race. And let's see now the Knicks. You looking at New York? I'm gonna give a couple of thoughts to the people. What do the Knicks struggle with? We all know the Knicks. They're a team. They low. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm the most qualified to speak on this, ladies and gentlemen, especially when we involve in my New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, they struggle with players like Lamelo Ball. Lamelo Ball has the power to just completely wreck everything. What I do like is these games are in remote locations. It's not like Lamelo got to come to New York City. Because if LaMelo came to New York City, it really doesn't matter where it's at, but you put Melo in New York City and it's a tournament. I mean, it's just too theatric. You understand? And the New York Knicks will be doomed, just like they were against guys like Trae Young, guys like LeBron James, guys like D, where everybody that has come to the Garden has completely just chef souffled the place, and LaMelo Ball will be one of those guys, to make all of that happen, so this is going to be a great tournament. All Hornets fans around the world need to buckle up and get excited. We haven't even begun, our discussions tonight. I just gave a basic outline. We're about to dive even deeper. Pause. You understand? Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. Shout out DJ Gemini 504. Salute Slim Can Hoop. You already know what it is. Listen, I got my man All Access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in these streets. Shout out to the panel as it reaches its premium peak. Shout out to the chat with all of its cacophony spewing out of the cracks and crevices of Flight Sports Block. And big ups. I'm talking about a major big ups. I'm talking about so much of a big ups. It's bigger than Orca the killer whale. To everybody pulling up the Flight Sports TV and hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell so they won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. And me, myself, and the rest of us, on behalf of Flight's invitation, we humbly thank you, Flight, for this front row seat to this extravaganza.
Yeah, Dex. You see that the in-season tournament just been released. Did you see the news, and what's some of your early thoughts? And I want to get into some of the teams as well.
Well, okay. I saw the title, and it basically talks about mentions the Charlotte Hornets. So, are you asking me about them, or are you asking me about the totality of?
Well, yeah, we could get into the totality, and then, like I said, we'll get into the teams that the Hornets have to deal with. But what is your full? Because obviously, some tournament games have been announced for teams as well. What is your thought process on the in-season tournament in totality? Because this is the first annual. You understand?
Yes, this is the inaugural of the in-season tournament. And we know that the schedule basically has been revealed. And you got East A, East B, East C, West A, West B, West C. And basically what we have as far as the information is concerned, the NBA Cup, that's what they want to call it. The NBA Cup handed out the first time in Las Vegas on December 9th on ESPN. So this inaugural in-season tournament should be a win-win for all. We got young sensations entering the tournament with this year's draft in Victor Wembanyama, Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson, the Thompson twins, and so on and so on. And Nike has already gave Victor Wembanyama a moniker, a nickname, and they call him the extraterrestrial. Isn't that flabbergasting? They call Victor Wembanyama the ET. So they're expecting big things to come out of him in the San Antonio Spurs as far as bringing in excitement. But when it comes to wins, I don't know if much is coming out of that. So the schedule for the group's stage games have been announced. And my opinion on it is I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I'm glad that this is happening. I believe that this is something that the NBA needs. It's a dab in the arm, especially coming into the preseason of the NFL and all of its excitement with a lot of offseason acquisitions. The big thing with the flock with Baltimore, the new look Cowboys, the resurgence of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can Josh Allen do it? So it's a whole lot of kerfuffle.
The New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers, they got
Aaron Rodgers, the Jets, exactly. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. I just think that basketball has been kind of stale. So with the mentioning and the revealing of the in-season tournament, I think it serves basketball fans well and interfering with a lot of the hype of the NFL right now. Because baseball is kind of coming into a dry spot, and so in October, that's when baseball starts to rile up real tough. So the NBA is trying to get ahead of everything by announcing something new, exciting, invigorating, and hopefully the fans will receive it and they will be glee and ecstatic as well. Like,
absolutely. There's a lot going on, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Like we said before, the Charlotte Hornets will have their work cut out for them in this tournament. Shout out to Uncle Vine as well. But before we continue, what's good, huh?
Hey, good, Flight. I'm still here, Flight. I was what's the name? Keeping it. What's the name on to you? Dex got through. What's going on, Dex? Hey, but
yes, sir. Salute. Oh, Vern, before you go, I want to ask you something. What's going on with your Instagram? Is it you or you been hacked? That's all I want to know.
I don't understand what you mean. What how?
Because you've been very active on your Instagram lately. Because normally your Instagram is like dead. Yeah. So all of these activities on your Instagram, that's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I got it. It's on the same one I be getting at you on.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, got you.
Oh, like I told you, I'll be out here, Dex. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something, Dex. Look here, Dex. Look. Hey, since you mentioned that, let me go right back to what we were talking about everything else. Hey, Flight, I didn't know nothing about this NBA thing, what the NBA doing. But I'm not surprised, like Dex was saying, that the NBA been going down for a minute. And when Biyama is the one that's going to build them or he going to break them. He might get broken, it might not last too long.
They would love for him to run this thing.
I'm sorry, I was eating candy earlier.
Yeah, go drink you some water.
No, yeah. Well, let me catch up with what I was saying. It's a test run for the NBA, Dex, right? Because they if this don't work with the Wembanyama, it's gonna be going downhill, and then Melo is gonna be the last one.
The last hope.
Yeah, but regardless of that, I'm going right back to this though. It's a lot of things Flight got it going on. I'll tell you, Flight, I saw the thing you did on Coach Prime. With them out there in Boulder, Colorado, I saw that piece on there. I hope he get a chance to see it. I like that. You did a good one on it. Just wait for the future for that young man too. I don't want to get off the point, but that's the point though. Flight, you be all over it like I be all over here. That's what I was trying to say to Flight. Yeah, Flight, I be seeing you out there.
Yeah,
and you know what? Another thing is what makes up the groups is to create the groups according to ESPN, which were separated by conferences. The NBA put all 15 teams in each conference into 5 pots, separated by their finish in last season standing. So pot one included the teams that finished 1-3 in regular season record, and teams 4 and 6 went into pot two. Teams 7 and 9 in pot three. Teams 10 to 12 in pot four, and teams 13 to 15 in pot five. So as a result, the following groups were drawn randomly, according to the NBA. Group one, you got Philadelphia, Cleveland Cavaliers, Atlanta Hawks, Indiana Pacers, Detroit Pistons. Group B, you got Milwaukee Bucks, New York Knicks, Miami Heat, Washington Wizards, Charlotte Hornets. Group C, you got Celtics, Brooklyn Nets, Toronto Raptors, Chicago Bulls, Orlando Magic. Group D, you have Memphis Grizzlies, Phoenix Suns, Los Angeles Lakers. Yes! Utah Jazz, Portland Trailblazers. Group E, you got Denver Nuggets, LA Clippers, boo, New Orleans Pelicans, Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets. And the final group, Group F, Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, Minnesota Timberwolves, Oklahoma City Thunder, San Antonio Spurs. So Victor Wembanyama is in Group F, so he will be up against All-Stars as Sabonis, Draymond Green, Big Cat, and also he will face against the other sensational rookie with projection of possibly Rookie of the Year, Chet Holmgren. And mention Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns saying that timing is right for him to play for the Dominican Republic again. So it's a possibility that he might end up in that FIBA basketball. So we see what's going on with that. So go ahead, Vern.
No, I wasn't saying nothing more, but I was getting information from you because like I said before, I didn't know that they was having this NBA thing. And another thing I wanted to ask you too, Jack, do that count towards they winning? That sounds towards the 82.
Yes.
That count towards the 82.
Yes. Yes, it does. And only game that don't count, Uncle Vern, towards their regular season record will be the championship game. That's the only game that is non-affiliate towards their NBA record. Now, a lot of people want to know why they call it the NBA Cup. Now, according to ESPN, why it's called the NBA Cup. Basically, it's easy enough to change. In the short term, the NBA has said it went with the most basic of titles for both the tournament and its trophy. The in-season tournament and NBA Cup as a way to introduce the concept to fans. However, using such bland, nondescript names has another clear advantage, and I will break that down. When the league looks to sell the naming rights to both, it'll be an easier transition from an unremarkable name than one connected with a specific individual, such as the late David Stern. One possibility that had been floating before the tournament was officially unveiled. So basically, they was going to name this tournament the David Stern Tournament. But as Adam Silver is a bottom line guy, he saw a perfect revenue stream. And in doing so, he gave it such a bland, plain Jane name as the NBA Cup. Because he's going to pitch this, if it's successful, which I'm quite sure will be, to sponsors. And when he pitched this to sponsors, you know these sponsors is going to come hand in fist with money galore. I'm talking about buku bucks to be mentioned or even totally sponsored, if not sectionally sponsored by various top name brands or Fortune 500 companies. They might even open it up to foreign wealth. Since you have some foreign entities as owners of NBA teams, there could be a possibility this could be opened up to foreign wealth funds. So that's another thing. because the NBA is becoming global, and that's why it has a simple name as NBA Cup, in which we will see in the future that name will be changed. And it could be changed to one sponsor, or it could be sectioned off like a pie to multiple sponsors. And we'll see how Adam Silver, the financial genius as he is, will announce that and how he will postulate until that time. So probably by next season, it could have a whole different name and be officially called by that name. It could be auctioned off either yearly, bi-yearly, or 5 years. Every 5 years, they can go up to negotiate terms and conditions for sponsorship, or they can set it up with the collective bargaining agreement, as all that can be negotiated at the same time.
Go call, Dax. You made some excellent points. You know, there's a lot going on, man. But I like the Charlotte Hornets' chances, you know, of just building as an organization. Whether obviously the deck will be stacked, you know, but just getting some games. They haven't made the playoffs before. You know, I think this could be almost like an appetizer for them, you know, in terms of playing at meaningful games. Also, the Wizards. You know, we all know that the Heat, the Bucks, the Knicks, they know how to play in games like this. This won't be too crazy for them. But let's see how a team like the Charlotte Hornets with their young guys, how do they, you know, fare in this kind of scenario?
Okay. Like, I don't want to back you a little bit. I think we get too into the crux too early. But let me fade back just a little bit. I know Charlotte Hornets is scrumptious, and I see how you pander to the fan base talking about you think they have a chance. But nevertheless, if you really feel that way, you know, could do it.
Man, I really do feel that.
On the contrary, I do. But nevertheless, like Friday, Flight, how in the hell you gonna skip to the Charlotte Hornets when you got Friday, November 3rd, the New York Knicks versus the Milwaukee Bucks? Are you afraid of that game, Flight? That's the East B group. Are you afraid of the very first game of the in-season tournament will be featuring the New York Knicks versus Giannis and the one-time champions Milwaukee Bucks?
Yeah, we're gonna take them down. The Bucks, I'm not too concerned about the Bucks.
I can't tell. You act like that was just you poo-pooed on that, basically. You just poo-pooed on that game right there. And that's a stellar matchup.
Flight, your team is the Knicks?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have no faith in
I just don't promote it as much. Like I said, I cover the Charlotte Hornets. I cover the Ball family. I cover sports, but like I said, I rock with the Knicks. We have some Knicks stuff out, but not as much as we need to. But we got Knicks stuff out there.
And Big Al, that is the first game on the NBA slate for the in-season tournament schedule. Friday, November 3rd, the marquee game, the New York Knicks versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm talking about Mean Green, the other green team. And it's going to be at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. And Flight didn't want to mention it. How dare you, Flight?
You ain't scared about it, Flight, are you?
Nah.
Flight trembling in his boots. He knows what Giannis going to come do after being hijacked by the Miami Heat. You know your Knicks is in trouble, Flight.
Real talk, though. Real talk. I don't know why the Bucks so good. Because Giannis is a one-trick pony to me. I don't understand it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I like the Knicks' chances because the Knicks are not at the Garden. I'm telling you, the Garden is not a good look for them, especially with some of these players. You don't want to have Jimmy at the Garden. You don't want to have Giannis. You don't want to have Melo. You don't want to have these guys.
They be showing off on your ass.
You don't want to have that.
They do it every time. The Hornets do it. Everybody. They just be going off on the Knicks, man. It's ridiculous. Oh, man.
Now, the Hornets will debut a week after that, which will be Friday, November 10th. And they will play against the Washington Wizards. And the East B pot, representing the East B pot. And that game will be at 7 p.m., but there's no listing as if that game is scheduled for television. It could be, on NBA TV, or it could be on TNT. I don't know. Because what I'm looking at, ESPN only showing what they're going to broadcast. And yes, the Lakers do get broadcast. The Lakers will face the Phoenix Suns in the West A at 10 p.m. So the Charlotte Hornets flight will debut against Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole.
That's gonna be a good matchup.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma. You know what Lamelo said to Kyle Kuzma? That's an iconic remark was, "I'm your favorite player. That's what he told Kyle Kuzma.
Wow. That's funny. That's funny. Remind me what Bill went again. I don't forgot. Bradley Bill. What does he go?
He went to Phoenix.
That's right, Phoenix. Okay.
Yeah, he's a son. He's one of them desert boys.
Right. The Wizards chop meat if the Hornets figure it out. Then they chop liver. I mean, they chop liver. We can beat that.
That's probably the only game the Charlotte Hornets win in the NCAA tournament.
I don't know, Jimenez.
They beat the Bucks. What? Didn't they beat the Bucks? They beat the Bucks.
Yeah,
right?
we beat the Bucks.
What they got to do?
Every person in this league.
What that got to do with a whale not being able to swim backwards?
If we in rhythm, Jimenez, we can beat everybody in this little division.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just being honest. The year that Miles was here, we balled out, bro. We beat all these teams.
Okay, but what do Milwaukee got to do with a whale not being able to swim backwards? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They got to beat Washington, not Milwaukee. So how did Milwaukee get?
But we beat Milwaukee.
Who cares?
We beat them.
Who cares? A lot of people beat Milwaukee.
I think we beat them twice.
But they wasn't undefeated. So what is that? Y'all didn't even make the play-in tournament. So you beat Milwaukee. That's your crowning achievement for the season?
I'm just saying everybody in the league, or in this, not the league, but in the division for this tournament are teams we have beat. That's all I'm saying. So
each conference, Big Al, each conference is broken up into 3 groups. To determine the composition of the 6 groups, the 15 teams in each conference were divided into groups of 5 via a random drawing based on 2022-2023 win-loss records. The Hornets, just like the other 29 teams, have 4 designated games in group play. 4 grueling games. And they're in a tough group.
Yeah, it's a tough group. Why?
Yeah, it's a tough group. Only one that might be a sample win is the Washington Wizards. These are dub tournaments night on the league schedule, with games tipping off on Tuesday and Friday from November 3rd to the 28th. Woo, it's a long way. Long journey. The lone exception coming November 7th when the league is going dark again on election day. Well, we already know Super Tuesday. Ain't that happening on Super Tuesday. Everything basically shuts down and everybody get an opportunity to participate in the democratic election to elect their House of Representatives, the senators, and local government and county, state, affiliates that's up for re-election. So we already know what Super Tuesday is going to be all about. The Charlotte Hornet has 1 game against each opponent in its group, splitting the quarters of outing between 2 at home and 2 on the road. The Hornets' composite record in those 4 matchups determine whether they continue on to the next stage. And the next stage is knockout action. So they have 4 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 at home and 2 away. How you think they're going to fare in that 4-game matchup to determine if they go on to the next stage or they get eliminated?
Well, Gymnasi, I'm trying to put a spin on your name, bro. Hey, so when I talk
I'm not
about,
DJ Gemini. That's what you think.
all right, man, Gemini. I just say Gemini. But
That's
yeah,
not me.
you are Gemini.
I'm dead. No.
Oh, my bad.
You know
Okay,
Gemini don't speak as well as me.
my
Come on, bro.
my bad. What Gemini had? I gotta bring him up.
He
He always on
was,
my
I think,
side.
in the chat somewhere.
All right, bring them.
He probably come up later when, but it's a little late, so I don't know. We'll see how this unfolds. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing about the Hornets, though, man, I'm gonna say, Dex, is they're weird, man, because they're unpredictable, man. You can't. It's like when you count them out, they'll prove you wrong. But if you cheer for them, they let you down. So it's you don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest, until they get more consistent. You're just not sure. But I honestly think they can beat everybody in this group, though. That's all.
Oh my God, Gemini! I mean, Dad, you got me calling you Gemini now. Big Al, please, Uncle Vern. Is your mic hot, Uncle Vern? Did you just hear what Big Al just said? He is such a homer. Big
I'm
Al,
not a
you
homer. I'm just being honest, my dude.
said that the Charlotte Hornets could beat everybody
I'm
in their
not a
bracket.
Hornet, bro. I'm not a homer. I'm a homer, man. Trust
I
me.
can't tell.
Listen, Dex. He telling it how it is. God damn it.
No
The
way.
Charlotte
Come
Hornets-
on, you and Flight are pandering to the fan base. Y'all pandering to the
It ain't no
buzz.
pandering, my nigga. No.
Boss, listen.
It's
The
honest.
Charlotte Hornets respect the world. I'm telling you, I'm just giving a guideline. I don't know what Big Al doing, pause. I'm just telling people, a guideline on how Charlotte.
Big Al is catfishing.
Hey,
Talking about he ain't a homer. Catfish.
All right,
Hey, Jake, you had said something yesterday that made a lot of sense.
I wasn't here yesterday. It wasn't me.
What the day for yesterday? But it made
okay.
Get back to what it was. You were saying that Miami was a fluke of what Miami did. It was a fluke. Dex, I agree with you because they should never have beat the Bulls, nor should never have beat the Milwaukee Bucks. So I knew it was you that said it out your mouth because I thought it was a good thing you said, but it was a fluke. And I think that can happen anytime in the NBA. Why? Just like the reason that Denver won the championship.
But Denver wasn't a fluke, though. Denver really had a solid team, and it was well balanced.
It was a fluke because they weren't supposed to be there anyway. Somebody got beat.
No, I disagree. I think Denver was an odds favorite for this season, especially a healthy version of Denver. The only thing Denver problem was, could they make it healthy to the finish line? And they did, and then they showed what it was all about by spanking everybody in their path.
Okay, so that goes with what I'm saying is that compared to it's no favorite. There ain't no runaway favorite in the NBA that's gonna come back and just win a championship back to back like that. I don't see.
I agree. I agree with that.
Either. And then
I agree with that.
And just like what you said the other day, not yesterday, but the day before that, I guess it was. That Miami ain't gonna be doing that again.
Well, if they get Dame Lillard, then my postulation would change.
Okay, well I understand that, but like but the same team that won it last year, I don't see them winning this year. I see it just different with somebody else. I'm sorry.
Go call. God does.
No, I was saying it's possible, but I just don't think the Charlotte Hornets, as they are currently constructed, will run amok through their pot.
No, I don't see that neither. I don't see that happen because they don't have that veteran leadership. Stop, Flight. You wouldn't be Flight. You putting too much on them. They don't have that kind of veteran leadership, and they just got a rookie, and they don't. A lot of people don't even see him making the team, let alone being the star. I don't see that, Flight, and I don't see.
Shout out Unstoppable.
I did say this is gonna be good for the Charlotte Hornets to play in. I mean, Big Al was the one talking, pause about all this crazy stuff, about basically he feels like they're gonna win the whole goddamn thing.
I didn't say that.
Told the people, I said, listen to me. I said that I'm giving the people a path and a guideline. And I also said this is going to be good for the Hornets to play meaningful games, because they haven't made the postseason. this is gonna benefit them. That's what I said, you know.
Yeah, I can see
But
that.
somehow me and him is get, you know, it's like we is one right now. But it is what it is. And
Well,
then
we
shout
do
out
have
to
Hey,
Jimbo
Jay,
Flight,
out,
got
don't
and we
shit
got
on me
Buzz
like
Charlotte
that.
City.
in here.
Can I listen?
Charlotte
I'm not
Flight will
saying
put you in the bus, big out.
listen. I'm not
Flight, so
saying
you on your own.
I'm not saying they're gonna run through the whole little.
I ain't say it's not. Oh, listen, I'll tell you what. I ain't gonna front. I got to see how. I think that the veterans probably gonna go hard because it's actually is a part of the goddamn situation, you know. So,
What veterans? First of all, what veterans are you speaking of?
like obviously the veterans that's in this group in particular. When you're talking about the Bucks, Miami, and if you want to throw the Knicks in there, but the Knicks guys are kind of young. I don't see
But the
RJ.
Knicks are tough, though. The Knicks are tough. You got to give them
The
their
Bucks
credit.
and the Heat.
They whooped Cleveland ass last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Buck, and this is one game eliminations, right?
No, not these games. They got 4 games. The best record moves forward.
Games. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's probably gonna be my Milwaukee or something like that. But let's say Miami, they lost a lot of pieces.
And what'd you say? I didn't catch what you said about Dex as far as the prize. I guess what is it? How does it work?
We ain't got to that
Prize
far
is
yet. You didn't even let us get that far. You said that Charlotte Hornets was possibly gonna beat everybody. So we had to stop. You're like, wait a minute, revisit
Can I
what
give
you
my
just said.
synopsis? Can I explain
Yes,
why I
sir.
said what I said?
They could win. They can win again.
Oh my God, Flight, you flip flopping.
Listen. They could beat Milwaukee. They beat Milwaukee.
Can they beat your Knicks?
Yes.
Yeah.
They beat the Knicks before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Knicks were
They
wounded.
beat these same
Well,
Knicks.
listen, what I will say about the Knicks,
They didn't have Jalen Brunson.
I like the Knicks' chances that it's gonna be in Vegas or something like that. If like I said, if LaMelo had to come to New York, I would be a little upset because it says at New York Knicks. That's not it's not Madison Square Garden. They're gonna play these games in Vegas, right? How are these games being played? Where are they being? Do you know?
Yeah, they're being played in Vegas, right? Okay, the 22.
Breaking up, Dex. Something wrong with you.
Yeah, he'll come back through.
Oh, my bad. I know what happened. My bad. Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah, the 22 teams that don't push past group play will have to play 2 regular season games, 1 home, 1 away on December 6th and December 8th. And a formulaic approach will be used to pair the teams. So Charlotte got to get past group play. And then once they get past group play, then they'll be part of the NBA knockout stage. And the knockout stage is one group play is complete. The 6 teams with the best standings in their respective group earn a spot in the knockout round. 2 wildcard teams, 1 from each conference that finish with the next best record in group play action, also receive a nod. Games in this round will be single elimination and begin taking place in NBA markets December 4th through the 5th. Those quarterfinal dates come during the same week as the semifinals and championship game in Las Vegas, which are slated for December 7th and December 9th, respectively. And the Charlotte Hornets have no chance therein. So therefore, Lamelo Ball once again will not be able to hoist a trophy that means something of an individual and team accolades. No, I didn't say that. I'm saying it myself. Never mind. The 4 teams that lose in quarterfinals will also each play a regular season game on December 8th, serving as the warm-up act to the tournament overall winner, hoisting the NBA Cup some 24 hours later. Prize award, $500,000. That's what the players on the team that wins it all will receive for their accomplishment. It's also $300,000 more than what those on the teams that lose in the championship game will take home. So I guess the losers take home $200,000 and the winners take home a half a million. Reaching the semifinals come with 100,000 guaranteed, and making it as far as the quarterfinals fetches a cool 50,000. Upon the tournament's completion, and all tournament teams, along with a most valuable player, will be announced. Will that be Lamelo Ball? Will that be anybody in the Charlotte? Will it be Brandon Miller? Hornets in-season tournament schedule: Washington on the 10th, Miami on the 14th, Milwaukee on the 17th, and New York, the New York Knickerbockers, on November 28th. Basically, I'm reading from an article of the Charlotte Observer by Roderick Boone. What you got to say about that, Big Al, Buzz City?
Man, you know what? I mean, I'm hoping for the best, and all I can say is the team has potential, bro. They have potential. I'm sorry, because if they figure it out, it's trouble, bro. Because they've beat all these teams. They beat
Big
all these teams.
Big
At some
L,
point,
I've been listening. I've been
Gemini, I
listening.
am
I
talking.
wasn't saying the words.
Gemini, I am talking, sir.
You don't wake up
Go
a
ahead.
sleeping giant, Big Al.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so all right, but okay, so everybody on this team is beatable. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're gonna win it, but if they get in the rhythm and they get confidence, they can do some damage. But
That's right.
but my thing is when they get to the quarterfinals, though, they might get the bubble guts, and that's when they really have issues. But when they might get to the quarterfinals and give some damage, and if they get their confidence up, they can get even further. This team has a lot of
Listen,
potential. That's
I'm
all I'm saying.
surprised. I'm really flabbergasted. That
Okay,
Flight will
whatever.
even that. No,
Whatever.
it's not to you, Big Al. It's the Flight. I'm challenging Flight here. He actually extended the in-season tournament Charlotte Hornets schedule. Flight after the 28th, there ain't no more. You shouldn't even put the semifinals, the championship, because they not finna see that. You should have saved your ink
Oh
and
man.
saved that good background you done made, and not even put up there the December from December 4th all the way to the December 9th. Because after the 28th, LaMelo will be taking a break.
Oh, okay. All right, Flight. Count them out. Count them out. We'll see what happens. Count them out. That's all good.
What you got
Damn.
to say, Gemini?
I mean, I was quiet even when L was asking about me earlier. I was the one who said he definitely need to be on this.
Right.
But I
Don't
don't
let me
I
down.
don't know. I don't know if with the new front office coming in, I'm trying to hope more for them to come in and really make some noise when it comes to the buyout market, which would change the dynamic of the team. Then me and L are kind of be on the same page.
So
Until I see those type of moves, I mean, I'm concerned.
right, I see what you're saying. So you saying Gemini? You saying like the backups, or not even? Well, yeah, the backups because they don't really have a bench. Honestly, it
Right.
seems like they don't really have a bench. That is a big issue. So I see what you're saying. Okay,
But they got
okay.
Brandon Miller. They got Brandon Miller. They got what they need. They got
He's
enough,
a
right?
stop. No, 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 man. Cut that out,
Sorry, Dex.
Dex.
I hear you
We
got jokes.
right.
Cut that
I mean,
out,
we
Dex.
we don't know what we got with Brandon Miller just yet. We know he's good, but we don't know how the pressure of the NBA. Well, we know how it hit him a little bit already, but when the season start, we hoping. I'm hoping he can have that confidence, that same confidence that he got in the game we got at 26. If he can do
Actually,
that,
actually, I got pushback on that, L. I don't think we really seen what his game was. Now, when it comes to the way he played at Bama, they kind of use him like Reggie Miller, but he wanted to play more like Paul George. So I don't know like which aspect is he gonna actually bring to the NBA overall.
But I'm talking about more about the confidence, Gemini. I get what you're saying, but the confidence,
Okay.
not being passive. Because remember, when he first played in the summer league, a lot of us was talking about, he too passive. And
Uh,
then that's what I said. I
uh,
remember what I said, and a lot of people agreed. A lot of people said the same thing. He was too passive. So if he comes in and has that confidence, adjusts to the speed of the NBA, he gonna be fine. I think.
yeah, but see, the the comparison part I hate about him this year is that we are honestly comparing him to two pros that was also drafted with him. We're comparing him to Wembanyama, who's been a pro for a couple of years, and we're also comparing him to Scoop, who has been a professional for a couple of years. I mean, that's the part that I think we're honestly doing him a discourtesy and disservice
Mm.
because he's coming from college. The college game is slower than NBA. But not every coach is literally looking at their player and adjusting their schemes and um game game sessions to their better players. I mean, they're still wanting them to help them win, but they're not curving the way their schemes are, offensively or defensively. That's why, like for the past couple of years, I'll bring up Duke in North Carolina. That's why they had so many one and done players because they coach just basically tell them y'all handle y'all business, and until I really see y'all messing up, y'all just do y'all.
Well, I mean, you got 5-star players going to Duke like by the drove. So I mean, what much can you basically tell these guys, especially when they want it done? You follow what I'm saying? The only thing you want to try to prevent is to suffocate their confidence. So as long as their confidence is sky high and they have a strong hubris, then all you got to do is be hands off and just make sure you follow them throughout the course of a game to see if they putting their hands on their hips or they bending over too frequently. And then that's time for a sub. Other than that, you let these guys go for it. And listen, how will this impact the regular season schedule and standings? Teams are going to have to adjust on the fly to new games being added to their season. Typically, the NBA sends out a full 82 game schedule in mid August. This year, though, the league will be sending each team only 80 games. Why? Because each team's final two regular season games will be determined by how the in-season tournament plays out. The 22 teams that fail, the 22 teams that fail to qualify for the knockout round of the in-season tournament will have their final two games scheduled, one at home, one on the road on December 6th, and 8th against other teams eliminated in the group stage. The East team that lose in the quarterfinals and the West team that lose in the quarterfinals will play each other on December 7th. The teams that lose in the semifinals in Vegas will have played their full allotment of 82 games, while the teams that reach the championship game will actually wind up playing 83 games, with the championship game not counting towards the regular season. How y'all
Yeah,
feel about it?
yeah, but Dex, but there's going to be a lot of teams that's honestly, even though they are part of the NBA, there's going to be a lot of teams that say, man, we don't care about that. We care about the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the season, or the Bill
Okay,
Russell
wait.
Trophy.
Stop. Hold on. Gemini, stop.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
now, yeah, listen. That's good. I'm glad you brought that up. So basically, you said they mentally low managing because I think they're going to be kind of coerced to play and participate,
Right.
especially because it's going to be a high profile introduction to what is going to be expected in the future. So if the players be mentally load managing, that's something that nobody can do about it. But physically, they're going to be there because they're pushing this. And Adam Silver is postulating for a sponsorship, whether it's a singular sponsorship, solo, or sectional sponsorship, where you got a pie, you slice it up, and everybody have a section, and they putting in their money into, they're offering their money to the coffers to promote this tournament, and also have sponsorship being latent all around because all eyes are going to descend on Vegas when this tournament begins. So it's going to be hard for players to try to fake it until they make it. You feel me? Because I think eyes is going to be on these players, and I think Commissioner Adam Silver has set out a stern warning to anybody that is flopping. When I mean flopping, not flopping on the court, but
Tanking.
flopping as far as not tanking, because it's only going to be a few individuals doing this, and mainly the rich ones. Because the players that's not rich, they're trying to get that 500,000. Players are not rich trying to get that 200,000. Players are not rich trying to get that 50,000, that 100,000. All the extra bonus money that incurs once you advance. So those players are going to be vying for that, not the rich players, because that ain't too much. You know, I don't mean nothing for them, right?
Right.
So I think Adam Silver has put out a stern warning to the Players Association about players not going full throttle or looking like they're dogging it. That's something that he's going to prevent because cameras is on them, the world is on them, and the money merchants are on them because they're trying to promote this to the sponsors to get more money for the league and more money for contracts. So it's going to be difficult for them to dog it.
I don't think it's more for sponsorships. I think he's priming us up literally to have a team in Vegas. And he's been alluding to that for about, I want to say, 3 seasons now. So I think it's more about that than overall anything. He wants a team in Vegas. Seattle has been stern about it, and it's funny that I use that name. Um, but they have been adamant and stern that they want their damn team back.
Well, I'm quite sure that that has a lot to do with it as well, but there's always a bottom line, so don't never rule that out. And then I mentioned earlier how he wants to convince the world that everybody involved has a legitimate shot at it. And
But they don't.
yeah,
Nah,
they
they
really
don't.
they don't. Yeah, they don't. I mean, honestly, they don't. But that's what he's trying to placate. That everybody has a shot, even the smaller market teams, because there's no home court advantage. The crowd is going to be there, and it's going to be exciting, and it's something new and invigorating, and hopefully this can galvanize global interest. And if you can galvanize global interest, which the world is already engaged in anyway, globalism, then you are going to win-win as far as the fanfare and as far as souvenirs, as far as sponsorships and television play. So it's going to be a bottom line situation as well. So sponsors going to come in because right now it's only called the NBA Cup, and that is a bland name. We know it's a soft name, and once these sponsors come in and however they direct the money, as far as it going to be one sponsor or it's going to be a section of sponsors, then that name will be changed in as far as being called the NBA Cup. And
Yeah, I mean,
Purple
I'm
Baby
sure
was
it
here. Is she still here? Purple
Hey,
Baby,
hey,
your mic hot?
hey, Dex, I want to say this. Hey, let me say this. So, Flight, this is the first time this be said on the air on a sports channel. So you might get money for this, but what I'm about to say is, like, don't these international leagues, don't we play those teams in the preseason?
I mean, sometimes I'm not sure if the Hornets are gonna play 'em.
Okay, well, I feel like some of these really good international teams should probably get into that tournament too. I think that'll
Maybe in
bring
the
a lot of.
future. Maybe in the future.
I think that should happen. That would help this. I mean, based on what you're talking about, Dex, the objective to get more money, which I don't know why they need more because they're getting plenty.
Well, listen,
They always need more. There's never
we're
enough
gonna
when
make
it
it a
comes to
money
money.
based situation. Because once they eliminate the situation from it relating to your record, nobody's gonna give a shit about this thing. You know, so that's what the commissioner. He got it tied to your record still, so you can't just throw the game.
Right. So
But
so
shout out
at the
Purple
end of
Baby
the
too.
day, so at the end of the day, Big L, I see what you're going at, but he's also not Adam Silver and David Stern. They was never trying to go against like a FIBA or all the different overseas leagues. He wasn't trying to go against them. He was actually trying to pump them up and pump up the NBA along at the same time.
Well, that's what that would do, though, right, Gemini? To put them into the tournament, possibly. I
Yeah, but
mean,
then
wouldn't that do
but
that?
it would, but here's the point where it wouldn't, because now over 82 games, that 82 games may spring up to 90 games, a 94 games overall, which then the player association can go back to the table and say, hey, you want some of that pie?
But Dex, so I got a question about that. You just mentioned that whoever gets to the championship, they only getting 2 games taken out of their schedule, basically. Just two
Right. Yeah,
after
because
playing
the
8.
championship, yeah, the championship game is not a part of the NBA season. The championship is only to crown a champion and to show the completion of the tournament. So, because it would be unfair to allow the champion record or the championship game record to be taxed towards the season when they're going to be the only teams playing 83 games. So that's not fair to the league. If everybody's not playing 83, then that 83rd game should not count because everybody don't have access
So
to playing 83 games.
that math not mathing because I mean, from what it sounds like, everybody ends up playing. Well, the main team that actually plays all the games in the tournament, they play what 88 games,
85, like 85,
85.
like 84, 85 games.
Okay, what I'm saying is they Dex said they get taken 2 off. 2 are taken off, so that's 80 games, and then another 8, so that's
No,
88.
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
What's wrong with
With
my
the
math? I'm
champion,
confused.
no, no, no. With the champion, with the two extra games that normally put them at 84 games, subtracting 2 games, bring them back down to 82 games. There.
Okay, I see. Okay, so the tournament. Okay, so the tournament is wrapped up into the 82 technically. Okay, never mind.
yes,
Okay, I thought
yeah, it's
I
wrapped up
didn't
into
get.
the 82, and that's
Okay,
why the
okay, I got
championship game will give two teams that's in that championship game an extra game would make it 83, and so that wouldn't be equitable for the league because this 83rd game it can work both ways. 83rd could be more miles on a team, right? Or it could give a team an advantage to have a better record and get a higher seeding because of that extra game that they was able to play and other teams were not able to play. So to eliminate any questionable action, they take away the 83rd game as an impact towards the regular season.
you. Okay, yeah. All right, I see. Yeah.
All right, now Purple hasn't said nothing. Is she still here? She still
No,
on
I'm
the
shout
here.
out
stage?
Purple Band.
I'm here.
All right, what you got to add? Because I know we get on our little rants. What you got to add there, Shorty?
Hey, we'll see how this goes. It ain't just for the Hornets; it's for everybody. Like, I ain't too hot about this. I think it was the other ways that you could have found out. I mean, could have found out that you could have went about getting like, the casual people to tune in. I don't think this is gonna be good as a lot of people think. Like, especially when y'all got to remember these games are on certain days of the week. Like, it's not just a random day of the week. I think it's like Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Fridays. I know one of the days is Tuesday.
Hey,
Right.
hey,
But they
Gemini,
also,
did you call Purple Baby Shorty?
yeah, that's yeah. Is
Go ahead.
Nah, I was thinking about the international aspect too, like which I was saying about. But then I started thinking about like, okay, we got a lot of international players on these NBA teams, right? And then I was like, okay, so how is that gonna work outside of the Olympics? Because we got FIBA going on right now, and then the Olympics. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. If you just inviting them later on down the line to participate in this NCAA tournament, even though I would like to see something like that, it's like they don't want to extend out the season as it is, nor do they want to cut, the season down. So y'all got to know like a lot of them, the traveling that they got to do already in the NBA is hard enough, let alone
They
traveling.
eliminate the travel though, Purple Baby, if they all descended in Vegas, so there's no travel to worry about.
I'm saying, I'm talking about like the extension, like to extend it out.
Well, he said it works into the schedule of the 82 games on Purple Baby.
I know that. I already know that. I
So
know.
I I
if
I think she's hinting on more of what you were saying, Al, about adding the internationals. Um, I think that's where her thought pattern is with that.
Yeah,
oh okay,
adding it internationally, but and then you got to think about I don't know this. How long is a flight for an East Coast team to Vegas? Like how long is that flight?
they in the
About
same
four or
place.
five
So
hours.
hey, Purple Baby, they in Vegas for this tournament though.
They only
But
going to fly
She
one
it,
time.
no, they
Okay,
not. These games are played. The what's the name? The last couple of stuff is played in Vegas, but not initially starting off. They play on.
well, I think they're playing in their own stadiums. That
Yeah,
like when Dex brought that up earlier, I was confused because I'm like, I thought they play in their own stadiums. Then as far as the championship and everything, then
yeah,
that's when they start moving more to Vegas.
and that's
Yeah,
what
the
I'm.
knockout round. I think that's the knockout round. Moves
Yeah,
into Vegas.
rounds. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear no complaining about a travel, if an East Coast team makes it to the quarterfinal or whatever, about how long it takes them to fly out to Vegas, even though they get to stay there.
No,
And
I
then
don't think they're going to complain about that.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, all right.
we
Yeah.
gotta think about too, after this tournament is over, how quick is these teams next game? Like for the teams that make it to the quarterfinal, when is their next game? That's gonna be another issue too.
That is a question.
I don't, I don't, I don't
Is their
think the
next
mapping.
game a back to back?
Yeah, I don't think the. But listen, they already have a grooming schedule, so all they did was integrate the schedule into the tournament. So it's nothing exceeding any boundaries. I think they're well within the parameters, and I don't believe the mapping of the travel will be, anything hard than
yeah,
what it already has been.
I agree because I feel like Purple Baby. I mean, I feel like with this tournament, they might look at it as a break because they're going to be in Vegas for the first 4 games, right? And chilling out. And then when it comes to the traveling, why is it any different? Because they get the schedule is worked into the 82 games anyway, and they travel anyway. So why is it going to be an issue? I don't see why it'll be an issue.
Because think about that.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Oh, can
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
hear me now? But no, I was saying like since Eastern teams play the majority of their game, within their conference. But you got to go back in or whatever. You got to board these flights. These guys, we already know in any sport that they sometimes up for 16 hours out of a 24-hour day. So you got to think about them going all the way back over to the East Coast to play. Like the Knicks playing like the Sixers, and the Sixers don't make the knockout rounds and whatever. They get eliminated from the tournament, and they got to go back. How close once this tournament ends? What I'm saying, not ends, but if you get knocked out in the quarterfinals, like how soon is your next game? Plus the travel that you got to equate for that they gonna have to get.
Well, you
Logistically
probably
wise, I think they did address that part.
yeah.
I don't think
Whew.
that's gonna be wild out there.
Yes.
But is like when you come more into like trying to make it more difficult or whatever. I think they did address that within the schedule. I mean, I have faith in Stern more than I have
No,
in
ain't Stern.
Palinka.
Ain't no Stern. No Stern.
I mean,
Silver.
So
yeah,
I,
Who said?
you know what I mean, Dex. My bad.
I know what you
well,
mean, but you got to remember you talking to more than one people.
Dex, I have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
my fault, Jim. Now you done?
yeah.
So I got a question, Dex, about the whole tournament. So let's say because you're talking about the team should they will get, I guess, dinged or whatever if they flop or just disregard the tournament. So if they play the 4 games and they do nothing, which you're saying the Hornets will do during that
Yeah,
time,
they'll go 1-3. Hornets go
get out.
1-3 and then go
Listen,
back
listen, listen.
to
I'm
start.
asking a question. Thank you, please and thank you. So during the last half of the tournament, what what are those teams that lose doing? Are they just waiting around till the tournament's
No,
over?
no, they gone. They gone. They done
They
took their
continue
shower.
playing
So they
their
got a break.
games.
They got a break then.
No, yeah, they go because you got to remember the 4 games in on November 28th, 4 days after Thanksgiving, right?
Right, right. I got it.
Then the next qualifying play starts December 4th.
Okay.
So you got
So
from the 28th to the 4th. That's 6 days. I don't know what the hell they do.
They playing
okay.
their games.
So
They're
during those turn
separate.
so during the
They're
fourth through the was it fourth through the ninth of December? What are the other teams doing that didn't do anything?
They
playing their
probably
regular season
yeah
games.
regular season games.
Oh, they still do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
I just
gone. They
want
not in Vegas no more. They out. They don't need them. Shit.
okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, interesting.
and and then another batch of pots start playing. Those who qualify for the quarterfinal start playing December 4th. It restarts, and those guys, I
But
guess they get.
them teams are still playing games. It
Uh
ain't
huh.
like the resting period. They still playing games.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, okay. They still playing doing the okay. I thought that was a break. Okay, okay, cool,
No.
cool, cool. Okay,
Yeah, that's why I said the mapping of the traveling is already incorporated in everything. This is well thought out. This is not something that they shoe together. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
they've been trying to do this for, according to what I've researched, they've been trying to do this for a while now. And this is one of Adam Silver's indelible mark on the NBA outside of the play-in tournament. So now he has created 2 separate tournaments in the NBA during his tenure.
Okay, so I think when we talked about this tournament a while back, and you mentioned the Hornets in a big net. Oh no, how you frame this tournament? You said it was a benefit to the teams who don't make the playoffs. I think that's what you said. Didn't you say
I,
that last time?
I don't know if it was me or if it was Flight that
No,
might have said
no,
that.
no. It was me.
Oh,
Okay.
that was okay, Gemini.
The
Okay,
the
why'd you say that
the
again,
way the
Gemini?
way the NBA had originally pitched this, um, we, they actually had a big press conference in every city, right? And they let the media sit in on the original presentation for the NBA. I was happy to sit in on it, even though I was called last minute. The way that they originally pitched this was supposed to be for only small markets. So they were supposed to be putting together almost like a record type situation with all the small market players, where you could make your own team and the stars just get to pick like where they're going to be centralized. But the money will go to help all the smaller markets. Now,
Oh,
then it's like that, and the presentation was nice. The refreshments, everything was nice. But now we get hit with the the tournament, and it's like, wait. That's not what y'all talked about.
right. Yes,
So
everybody now, right? So, oh
right.
yeah,
So
oh yeah,
so
oh yeah.
so at first they and that's why on that stream I kind of brought up Rucker Paul, because there's a lot of players who link up on the same team or the Drew League, because because in turn what I honestly think he's trying to do, to a point, even though he's not making it apparent, he's really trying to drown out those other leagues from standing.
Mm,
But originally the original preference, topic, everything, this was originally supposed to help small markets only.
mm. Well, it's not gonna do that really, but it will. I guess in terms of principle, because I think Flight mentioned something like it'll help the Hornets because it'll put them in a pressure situation so they can freaking get used to playoff
I
pressure.
agree. I
And
like
so,
that.
right, yeah, that's good. I agree with that. What Flight said, so that'll be good. But other than what you talking about, Gemini, yeah, that's not going to be the case. Well, we all know that that's not the case. But
Right.
What
but
is Buzz City? Buzz City, is your mic still hot or what? Are you ready to chime in? Because I know you was having some technical difficulties. Can you chime in on your Charlotte Hornets, Buzz City, with with the hive thing? Besides Big Al, because Big Al was too close to the hive.
excuse me. Hey, go ahead. Buzz City, talk your talk, my man, or whoever.
If his mic is hot. Oh no,
All right.
he jumped off again. He's having problems.
All
Oh
right.
man,
But
oh
but
man.
but but literally, it like and that and that's my only problem with Silver at this point. Like, would you took the time to present to us, and you had us like I like what the original plan was. I actually embraced it, because it was going to be a tournament for smaller markets. So
But
I get.
I didn't like what you presented though, because
Okay, wait.
I like my fault. Can I? What's up?
No, I just want to get him to understand small market because small market doesn't mean losing team because Houston is not small market. Detroit is not small market.
Right. But it was more, um how can I say that? Presented for the ones that are having all ticket problems, like ticket sale problems. So the and they originally thought his original statement was, this is with if this can work in the NBA, this would definitely help the WNBA. So that's why I kind of bought in more to it. So with that thought in mind, but now with what he's doing, I mean, this is, I mean, this is the playoffs before the playoffs. Like, come on, man. Like, what we doing here? We're
I don't
devaluing
think
the championship trophy to a point.
yeah, I don't think it's a playoff before the playoff. I just think it gives some people some bragging rights and it gives them some incentive to continue because if you can win an East in season tournament, then how come you can't win an out season tournament?
I,
And I think and I go ahead, Purple. I'm sorry.
how many games do they play before the year ends? Like what, 35 or
What do you
less?
We
mean?
Yeah, like 35,
That's what I
36,
thought.
yeah, something
After
like
you talking
that.
about after the break?
Yeah, after the
No,
All Star break.
no, before. So
Before the break, it
November
depends.
or October, whenever it
Between
is.
between 40 and 43 games or something like that.
Oh shit, I was all the way off then. That's
Yeah,
how
to get the All Star break, I think they be in the
In
mid
the
40s.
50s. Nah,
Oh, the
like
50s? They be in the 50s?
yeah,
That high?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They damn near in the like 52, 53 ish
Okay.
at the
No.
most
It
they
can't be
get
that
will
high
play
because
is
they
like
play more than
50.
30 games. They play more than 30 games to finish the season. So they play at least like 37 games or something to that nature to finish out the second half of the season.
Mm, I
Like, look, okay, go look at the record. Go look at somebody's record, and you can get an idea. Like at All Star break, what was their record at All Star break?
how would I
And I
find
think
it?
hold
just
on.
probably look at their record. And All Star break is what was February. I think it was like a team could be like 33 and 17 or something. That's like 50 games, right? But I don't think they play 50 games. I think they play like 45 games or something. 45 or 48 games to All Star break, and then the rest is after the break, if I'm
I'm
not
looking it
mistaken.
up right now.
But back in the day, they used to go half half. All Star break was at the
Right,
41 game mark.
right.
Now they changed it. But Chuck, you crazy, Chuck. Chuck Morris talking about I was shaking and baking when I was 31 for real. Chuck, come on, Chuck. 31, you on the downside. You ain't doing too much shaking and baking. Unless you gonna twist your hip.
Nah, check that out. 48.
Yeah, see, I
48.
was right. 48. That's what I said. 47, 45, 48. Yeah.
48.
Yeah, so that's what it is, Purple. 48 games, they mash up into the All Star break, and then the rest after
No,
that.
I know that I knew it was gonna be at 40 something around that time. I'm saying like
Uh-huh.
from the time that the season started into the end of the year, like the current calendar year that we was in. That's what I was thinking about. That's why
Oh,
my
okay.
number was so low. That
I
I
makes
just
mean,
sense
think
around the time for it to be
I
48.
just believe the All Star. I mean, I believe the in season tournament is going to be a good thing, and I think more people are going to be flipped once the games begin, because I think it's going to be more intense. The crowd is going to be wild and crazy. You already know how Vegas is. You can walk down the strip with with 100 proof alcohol drink in your hand, and it could be one of the tallest mugs in the world. You ever see those mugs in Vegas? Those big old mugs, almost the size of a forearm.
yeah,
People
but they're gonna
actually
have to
drinking.
tell the cops in Vegas to chill out though, cause
They do chill out. The police
they
don't bother you in Vegas.
true.
Long as you stay in your lane, the police do not bother you. But if you try to cut a fool, then that's a whole different ball game. The police just
Uh,
let you walk. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't driving reckless, because there'd be so many people on the strip. It's like walking in New York. There'd be so many damn people. You bumping into people. The cars can turn in and go into the hotels and the casinos and the resorts and things of that nature. But outside of that, just walking in Vegas, it's so many people to have big old mugs of alcohol, because everywhere you go, they're giving you alcohol practically. And
yeah,
if you inside a casino playing slots or table, they come up to you all the time. You want to drink? You want to drink? The drinks are free, but they expect you to tip, of course. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The waitress expect you to tip. So it's people just walking in and out of casinos with drinks in their hand, just up and down the strip all day, all freaking night. And like I said, as long as you can hold your alcohol, you have no problem. The police are there, but they're not there to harass you.
I
They
don't know
are
that
there
last
to make
All
sure.
Star weekend they had a problem, Dex, and
Well,
I was so glad that went under the table because it happened at my well my cousin is a maintenance man. I was so glad that kind of went under the table.
yeah, but when you have those type of this, you're gonna have some incidents. You follow what I'm saying? You're gonna have some incidents. Some people gonna overreact to the incidents. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the crowd, the demographics of the crowd. But nevertheless, because I done been to Vegas so many damn times, I don't even really go no more. You know what I'm saying? But The scene of Vegas is for you to have fun. Their title of Vegas is called Sin City.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, just imagine Sin City. Okay, anything that can happen within sin is happening in that city. You know what I'm saying? So that gives you a overlay idea of what Vegas is representing. Now, I'm only speaking about the strip more so. Now, when you go off the strip, then
Yeah,
there's a little more restriction.
yeah, that,
Even though there's casinos off the strip, the policing over there is a little more vigilant. But on the strip, it's kind of hands off unless there is some kind of unnecessary commotion. Then the police will descend on you, and they will descend on you hard.
I dig that.
Chuck is still in the chat capping. Chuck, you need more people. We don't believe you.
I mean, I mean, I gotta believe Chuck, because a lot of people didn't believe
Mm-mm.
in Dr. J. So I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
Chuck ain't no Dr. J.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just
Chuck
saying.
is a Chuck is a tech guy. What tech guy that got mad game like that?
Oh, very few, very few. Chuck, I love you like a play cutting, but all right, my bad. I misspoke.
I got a question for y'all.
What you got?
Do y'all think Lamelo will be a top 15 guard point guard in the NBA or guard amongst the top 15 guards or point guards in the league?
Not touching it. All you, Dex. No, I don't. Dex know what time it is. I don't touch that name. You know why?
Is Dex there? Are you there, Dex?
All right, Big L, you take it.
Shout out Chuck Morris with your $10 super chat. I appreciate you. It's Flight Sports TV. He said I only tell the truth. It's crazy.
I mean, I feel you, Chuck. As long as you don't kick people like Chuck Norris, we on the same lane. What L, take the question.
Well, Purple Baby, I feel like you're not gonna like this answer, but I feel like LaMelo might be amongst that right now. I mean, if what's the guy on USA? Tyrese
Bronson.
Halliburton.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's if he's amongst it, you for damn sure can say LaMelo's amongst it. I think LaMelo's better than Halliburton.
So, do you got him top 5, top 10, or like 10 to 15? Where you got him at?
I just say is amongst that number, but if I was to put him in a number amongst the top 15, I don't know. He's one of the better point guards of the league right now.
Mhm.
Um, he's amongst some of the better ones. Top 15. He might be top 10 point guard. Maybe I don't know. Just to be honest, I don't. Well, I mean, not just to be honest, but uh, I want to say 11, between 9 and 11. I don't know. I'm giving a
That's
range, but
that's decent. That's
I
decent.
mean, because I think he's pretty good, and I mean, if he has players around him, which he's proven, he can ball out. He can really do some damage, and it's just he just needs a structured team, and the Hornets management need to figure this shit out, and everything will be fine. So
I
that's what I
mean,
think.
I eh, I just don't have faith in um. I can't call y'all GM name. I just don't have faith in him. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't forgot his name too right there. Oh my God.
When I Mitch Kupchak.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mitch
Yeah,
Kupchak. Right. Right. Right.
yeah. I don't have faith in him, which in turn is gonna technically hinder how you would grade Lamelo overall, because if you cannot bring players there now, even amongst trades, if you still cannot bring players there, I can't give you a pure evaluation of the player if they don't have the pieces.
Mm.
Oh yeah, but I talked about that the last time I was on with before
Well,
Pope came and
yeah, yeah,
busted
yeah,
my
yeah,
shit
yeah,
up.
yeah,
But yeah, but when I was talking about the foundation, once the Hornets get that foundation under control, and like, cause you made a good point, Gemini, the fact that they don't even have backups, so that's the
yeah. I
issue.
mean, everybody's competing still. I mean, this last draft. I mean, I listened to you all, and yeah, I really y'all educated me about the Hornets. I wasn't tracking the Hornets like that, to be totally honest.
Hey, listen,
I'm
welcome
a
to the
Lakers
club.
fan. I'm honestly a Lakers fan. So when I went through and actually started dissecting and everything and lining up everything, it is more of I'm still on the same thought of how you're the GOAT as a player, but
So
no one wants to play for
I
you.
have a
Like,
question about that Laker fan because from my understanding, since I've been on this stream, bro, y'all LA niggas are different. I
He's
mean,
not LA. Stop
oh,
trying to
so
be
he
no,
New Orleans,
geographical.
my
Stop
fault. He New
set
no,
Orleans,
tripping. Stop set tripping.
Chicago.
He from
no,
LA, but he from Louisiana,
no,
LA.
yeah, I'm Louisiana all day.
Oh,
I'm a
okay,
swamp
my
baby,
bad,
dog.
This
my
dude hate
bad,
LA dudes. It's
my
obvious.
bad.
Big Al hate LA dudes.
No,
Nah,
but
I'm about to say
Al,
something, and
hold on,
Dex
but
won't let
Al,
me. Let me
I'm
say
an
it,
equal
Gemini.
Cause I
opportunity,
don't want to
but
strike you. That's why.
Let me.
I'm an equal opportunity for when it comes to like pointing out bad, pointing out good. Just like I
But
hope Murph.
LA niggas not like that though. They real
Oh, here we
delusional.
go.
They real
That,
delusional about everything LA, my niggas. So I gotta say that.
Nah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
delusional about that. I just respect Melo game. He can ball. I,
no, trust me.
but when
I was the one on the
no,
stream,
we talking about the
and
Hornets as
Dexter
a
tell
whole,
you this.
not in one individual.
Yeah, like, but Dexter tell you
Cause
when
Kemba
the
Walker was nice.
playoffs was going on. Yeah, I mean, like if you couldn't get nobody when Walker was there, I like that's my overall problem.
bro,
Like,
see, okay, and nobody might not agree with me, but I study basketball, yo. That's how I'm gonna validate my point.
You sure?
I study basketball. I
You
wasn't the
sure?
best, but
You
I
sure you
was good
study
enough to
basketball or you study the
I,
Hornets?
I was I was good enough to be considered good at one point before the wait. But you know what?
No, we're not
Uh,
talking if you play
when I
basketball. We're not
finish my
questioning that
statement, don't be like Pope Dex. Don't be like Pope right now,
because I know
please.
your rendezvous. I know your rendezvous point.
Can I finish my point, Dexy Dex? All right.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so pause. So
Yeah, that was kind
so
of
what?
sexy right there.
Pause, my nigga. Okay. So so when I talk about the Hornets with Kimba, I'm not
okay,
gonna hate, but I'm just gonna tell you my evaluation. I respect Melo's game because he is the kind of player that can make other players better, and everybody knows why. Because he can pass, he can distribute, but yet he also can score, and that's a big deal. But now Kimba, he can score, he can get his points, but I never saw him as a distributor. I
no,
saw him as a scorer, and I hated it. I hated it about him. I honestly felt, and it was proven when he left the Hornets. Everybody can say the injuries, but it was proven when he left the Hornets because he was coming off the bench for the Celtics. If he was all that good, he should have been starting. He
no.
started for a little. Can I
His
finish? Let me
injury
finish. Let me
was
finish.
in
Let me
his
finish.
soul by then. Go ahead.
Okay, I get it. Okay, but my issue with Kemba Walker was he was a scoring point guard that was too small to always just score. Because when the Heat really started hitting and people really started focusing on them, I felt like they could really I ain't gonna say they could shut him down, but they could make it really
But
tough for him because he's too
now I
small.
gotta interrupt you. Now I gotta interrupt you. That has
Don't interrupt
nothing
me,
to
bro.
do. That has nothing to do with Gemini's question of when y'all had Kimber, how come you still couldn't get nobody?
And it
You
does.
knocking Kimber. No, you knocking Kimber, not the person that tried or didn't try or didn't attempt
As a
to
management got
graduate
to
talent.
decide who's going to work with Kemba.
That has
and
nothing to do
nobody
with
really
Kemba.
can.
Well, that's what you need to say. You
Hardly.
talking about Kemba size and
Well, that's why I
comparing
was
him to
leaving.
Melo. That has nothing to do with that.
Common
It
sense
doesn't.
tells you if a guy has issues distributing, it's going to be hard to put stars around him. When he went to the
And you
Celtics and he had
okay,
stars, it
okay.
didn't mean
Stop right there. Stop. Listen, I gotta deconstruct this. So you telling me Kemba is the only guard in the world that's so-called undersized, even though he's extremely talented and gifted, that don't pass the ball, can't get nobody around him
Okay,
based
give
on
me
that.
a name. Give me a name that's just like
You
him.
sure? You sure you want a name like that?
Yeah,
It's so many.
give me one right now.
Like in what era?
Hell, you got him on your team right now. You
Who?
no,
Like what
hold
era?
on, Nick.
Terry
You
Rozier.
have that person
No,
on your
but
team
Gemini,
right now, and he's playing
no.
shooting
We
guard for
talking
you
about
right now.
guys that are considered really good.
What era you want? Shit, I give you a plethora, a
Give
litany
me
of
one now.
players.
Give me one now.
He just said Terry Rozier. He just helped me out.
Yeah, Terry is on your team. The way Walker was playing, Terry was doing that in Boston. That was one of the reasons why Boston
But
wanted his
that's
ass
the
up out
funny.
of there.
Okay, I kind of
And
agree.
Terry had
And
to help.
and that's
He
the
had
funny
to
thing.
help and chose
And
to
Spike,
that's
why
play
you
him
keep
there.
jumping off?
and that's the funny thing about Kemba.
Shout out to Confining
He,
Spike.
he couldn't pass no better than even Terry
But
Rozier. And
but
Terry
most of
Rozier
the
is not a
guards,
distributor that is good
Okay,
as
I
listen,
got
listen. Okay, hold on one second, for baby. Let me help him out here. A lot of the guards in Kimba era is from that cloth. It's from that same ilk.
Give me
Multiple
another one. Give me
scores.
another one other than Rozier.
Well, damn, how many you want? We
Okay,
gave you one. You said
give
name
me
one.
another one, Dex. Dex, you said it, Dex. Jim and I took you off the hook. I asked you, Dex. You
I
said
know,
it.
but I'm just saying it doesn't
Okay, I'm
matter
gonna
who
shut
says
up.
it.
My bad.
It-
My bad.
no,
I'm gonna
no,
shut
no,
up.
Jim
no,
and I
Jim. No,
took
it's not your
you
bad.
off the
It
hook.
doesn't matter who said it. The
No, Dex.
information is information.
You tell me.
Don't start.
Hey,
Don't start acting
hey,
like that, Big Al,
You
because what
tell
you trying to do is
you
deflect.
tell
hey,
me you tell me who you tell me who's just like Kimber right now.
You just said Terry Rozier.
I know you said it, my nigga. I need you to tell me.
Okay, what about Spider-Man?
Who?
Mitchell.
Spider-Man.
Mitchell.
Mitchell can
Donovan Mitchell.
pass.
I mean, Kimball can pass too.
Mitchell can pass so good. He played point guard and two
Oh
guard.
my God. So you just going to just deny anything.
I'm just telling you, Mitchell can pass, my nigga. That's all I'm saying.
Sitting on a dock of
As a
the
matter of
bay.
fact, that was who
What?
I want. I mean, because I knew the Hornets had to roll with fucking Kemba because he was producing. But I felt like they should have drafted
Kimball was an all-star. What do you mean?
I feel like they
Producer.
should have drafted Mitchell just because of that. He was a distributor beside Kemba. But Kemba was super. What's
So
the word?
when you bring up Spider-Man, hold up, Big Al. Be honest now. When you bring up Spider-Man, what's the first thing to come to your mind? Distributor or scorer?
Okay, listen. He's a well-rounded player.
I can't
he's a
believe this
scorer,
guy.
bro. Come on,
No,
man.
you
Cut
deflected
the
by
bull
two.
crap.
You deflected by two.
You
You
cut the bull crap,
deflected
bro.
by
He's a scorer,
two.
man.
He's a well.
Thank you, Kelvin. Get
He's
yourself
You
a
right.
deflected like a
You see what Big Al do?
he's
That's
a
why I
well.
interrupt him, because I don't want him to contaminate himself. I'm saving Big
That's
Al for Big Al.
Can I elaborate? He's a well-rounded player that
Hey,
can
hey,
score.
Big Al, that was nasty. That was nasty, Big Al. I got
Thank you.
no,
Hold on. You
That's
ain't
Spike.
on me,
That's
Spike
Spike.
Lee.
Don't call him Gemini. That's Spike, because he think everybody Gemini.
no,
Right.
no. That right there was just
Okay,
nasty. The way
Spike.
you said he was a well-rounded player. When he asked you specifically, what do you think of
Right.
it when he first comes to mind?
That's what I'm thinking about. Spike. So what's your
up?
evaluation of Kemba Walker? Because you have kind of good evaluations. I want to know what your
Shout out to Chuck for the $10 super chat.
Yo,
Spike. What's up,
look,
bro?
man.
Spike Lee.
Listen. First of all, I gotta say, shout out to Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. The hegemony of ball talk, the
Shout
pinnacle
out
of
Spike.
hoop conversations. All right.
That's what's
This
up.
is like the Alexandria in ancient Egypt of hoop. All right, where all the great minds come to politics.
Ooh, wee. The
All right, let's
library,
get into it. Shout
Alexandria.
out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Dex.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go, man.
That's what's up.
So to answer
Shout
your
out.
question, look, to answer your question, man.
Chuck,
Kemba
if you
Walker.
say one more thing, Chuck, I'm finna play some music for you because you're in the trauma session right now. Go ahead, Spike.
Listen, Kemba Walker was a very good player. The problem is he was very undersized, but he was a scoring guard. He wasn't a guard that would go out and get his.
Exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't
But he
necessarily
would
a
go.
playmaker.
So would you say he was a 2 guard in a
Now,
small
why
point
you
guard
let
spot?
Spike finish? Why you let Spike finish?
I'm just
So
asking him a
rude.
question. I just
So
want him
rude.
to. I just want him to elaborate on what he was saying. I was going to let him keep talking.
That's
You
pretty
want him to
much that.
elaborate, but you interrupt him?
I mean, if I'm letting him keep
yeah.
talking, he's going to be able to finish his statement. My fault, Spike. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
that's pretty much what I think about Kemba. I was excited to see him play for Boston. I didn't know his body had been that riddled by injuries and just being undersized and having to compete, just to get by really hard. So,
But now,
that's pretty much my assessment of Kemba Walker.
But I sort of hate on a lot of you guys that don't really follow the Hornets evaluation of Kemba because I feel like y'all didn't see him as much as I did. And and some guys that follow the Hornets like Kemba too. So I'm not going to diminish that either. But I'm just saying with Kemba, I feel like he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And that really messed up the chemistry of the team.
Yeah,
So you
but we
say
can
he,
sit
in
there
other
and
words,
think
he
about
was selfish.
Mitchell on the 6'2".
Exactly.
Like Mitchell on the
I
6'2".
would agree with you with that. I'll
Spike,
take a hand, Big Al.
Spike, ask him, do you think Kimbo was selfish? I think that's in a nutshell.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then. Just say it like that.
Right.
Okay.
So we in the real world. We in the real world. That's good.
Okay. And I evaluate on my statement. The reason why I feel like your evaluation of Kemba was wrong is because when he went to the Celtics, I already knew it would be an issue. When he's around stars, he don't give a fuck. He ain't gonna pass just because you're a star. He said, "I'm getting mine, my nigga. I don't."
That's that New York in him. That's that New York in
That's
him.
what it is. So he did just that.
Yo, fall back, son.
This nigga was coming off the bench because he was getting his. He was pass. Jason Tatum was in the corner. Yo, pass the ball, my nigga. No, at top of the key, 3. He kissed my ass.
He said no. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I saw Kemba Walker live, and he put on the show at the Staples Center. And he sent Kobe home a loser. And that's what I said. This dude is true.
That game didn't matter, bro. When it really comes to the Heat, you can scheme against him because he's too fucking small.
I got you.
But
I know he put on the show. Every time I looked up the announcer talking about Kemba Walker, 3-point shot, Kemba Walker. I'm like, damn, this ain't the damn Charlotte Hornets.
He can score, but I knew that shit was coming because he was on a bad team. The Hornets wasn't doing anything, so he could just score and do all this. But when he get on a real team, and teams got to actually, account for him. It's gonna change. It's not gonna really matter as much. Now Kyrie is different. Kyrie can really get it done. I mean, he really is unstoppable. But Kemba, I'm not gonna say he was unstoppable. I just think he can score if he's not really focused on like that.
I think Kemba had about 43 points and probably 2 assists that game that I watched.
Right.
I don't think that one rebound.
I hated this game, bro. I hated this game.
But he still was nice though, because even though, like I said, he's a very selfish player, he still made it look good. He made his selfishness look good because he did it with flash and he did it with flair.
And he didn't have that many running mates on that fast break.
Yeah, I was about to say he should have been selfish on
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right about. I mean, but man, yeah, but Lamelo, when I see his selfishness, which I don't really see it that often, but I can appreciate it because I know he can change it up when he has to. And that's what.
Well, I think Lamelo would like to run more, and that's when he get pissed. He get pissed because the team don't run with him.
Yeah.
So he just be like, okay, I'm just going down and shoot it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're right.
The guy, you got to eat my peace copy because you was deflected so much. I need a little sugar to stay up.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like he wanted dessert. Oh,
Yeah, I need a little sugar, Kafani.
Kafani, I love Mitchell, and I love his game. He's a real well-rounded player. He can play point guard,
hey,
two guard, and 6'2".
Yeah,
That's a
but Mitchell
well-rounded
is,
player, and he played
but
defense.
Mitchell is extremely selfish and a
He is
scorer.
not
So
extremely selfish. I ain't
yeah,
never seen that.
hey,
He
but you
can
know who the
pass
best
too.
point guard? Yeah, and you know who the best point guard is, right? You got to give it to Allen Iverson, but only they didn't want to lead. They didn't want to give him no help over there with the Sixers. Think about how many titles that he could have won if he had another couple
wait,
stars
hold
around
on,
him.
time out. No, wait, time out. You just said the best point guard is James Harden.
No, he said
I said
he
Allen
said Allen
Iverson, bro.
Iverson. Allen
The
Iverson,
better,
yeah.
the better small
Oh,
point, the better
No,
one,
he
the
okay.
wasn't
better
really no
point guard
point
ever.
guard though. He was
Yeah,
just
better.
unstoppable.
Over Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah, he was unstoppable. Boy, just think about if he had some players that could actually,
Yeah,
have some
Isaiah
help.
did have a good cast, though. Isaiah had a good cast.
Right.
Yeah,
But
Uh, he didn't have no good cast, but okay, but keep
He had
going.
the he had the
You
players.
talking
He
about
had no cast
who?
over
Who?
there.
Wait. Gemini, who you referring to?
AI didn't have no good cast.
Nah, he
He
didn't
had
really
no
have a
good
good
cast.
cast. He had a solid team 1 year, basically.
Right. Yeah, like
now
they didn't give him no players over there.
I- what do y'all think? What do y'all think of AI? AI was a combo guard. He could do both. He wasn't a pure point at all, but I feel like in the Heat he could pass a little bit. Because he technically was unstoppable. I
Yeah, he
think
had
Well,
no
Kemba
good
was
cast
I
too.
like AI, but see, I like AI, but you got to remember now, AI got assists by default a lot of times because when you blitz AI with three players, I mean, come on, man, somebody's got to be open.
right,
Yeah,
right.
And then he had 7-3 Matombo down in the paint. You know what I'm saying? That was an easy
man.
target to find.
When they gave him a tumble, man, that was like a smack in the face, bro. You gave him
No,
a
they went to
tumble.
the championship with Matombo.
Yeah, but
What
I said
what
you give him a
Kafat,
tumble on his last leg. You ain't get the real
right? Yeah, you
Matumbo.
getting old. Yeah,
Come
you
on,
getting
Okay,
man.
old.
Let's be
okay,
real.
okay,
That's
okay,
true.
okay. I give you that. I
That's
give you
true.
that.
That's true. But
But
now
I think that year Matombo led the league in blocks in field goal percentage, though.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if it was field goal percentage,
Yeah,
but
he beat
yeah,
out
it was
Shaq. He beat
block.
out Shaq for the field goal percentage.
yeah,
I think it
because
uh,
was Shaq or George Mirasan. It was one of those two he beat out.
but
He
uh,
like etched them out. It could have
but
been George Mirasan.
the funny thing is the coach did the right thing with AI and he put him at two guard and made Eric Snow the point. so so
Yeah, Eric Snow dribbled to half court and passed the AI, and that was his duty.
Yeah.
right right
Hey,
he
but
was
yeah,
He was
give it. But
done for that possession.
that's the only player I know that can take a team on his back and beat the team by himself. When he did that against the Lakers, one game.
uh, I got a question for y'all. Then. Is it
What you got?
when you look at today's league? Do y'all feel like it's more combo guards or point
More
guards?
combo, more combo.
it's
Combo.
what yeah I agree it's more combo guards these days. But I feel like Kemba was like he was beyond. I mean, this nigga was a two off for real. he, he
Okay,
really did pass.
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
I get it. The way that I feel Jordan is petty, you feel about Kemba Walker. I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm not saying nothing against you. I'm just
I
saying
try.
I get it.
Bro, I tried so hard to root for him, but every time I would watch him, I would just get frustrated because
Hey, but Big Al, let's be real now. If Kemba Walker, if Jordan wants to get Kemba Walker some help over there, I think Charlotte could have been a better team. They put some players around him. You know what I'm saying? Because
They did go to the playoffs.
I saw
yeah,
Kimbo play too.
they had
Yeah.
Al Jefferson,
Oh
but
yeah, Al
On
Jefferson.
his last leg, on his
His last
last
leg.
leg.
on
Yeah,
his
Didn't
yeah,
last
y'all go to
leg,
playoffs with Tony Parker?
yeah.
Tony Parker's legs was gone when he got there. But keep going.
but I don't know, man. My thing is what these players. I mean, because there's levels to this when it comes to these NBA ballers. So I mean, in the regular season, people can sit back, relax. I mean, not relax, but they don't really have to really put forth a lot of effort. game plan like that. But when they get to the real deal, these Negroes started really game planning. I felt like they could really shut down Kemba. I mean, yeah, he might score a little bit, but he's not gonna make everything. And,
Right,
and,
yeah.
The hell, Kemba was the only one.
Well, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. He
really
just shut down one player. He don't got nobody. Right.
but listen, I feel like as a guard, if you are able to pass, because look, Lamelo Bay, I'm not saying
He didn't have
Bismack is.
cutters, Al. Come on now. He didn't
I'm
have
not
cutters.
saying Bismack is worth anything, but Lamelo played with Bismack and made Bismack look decent a little bit.
Gave him another contract. Gave him new life. He's
That's
business
what
still
I'm
in the
saying.
league.
So if you got players like if Kemba, I'm not saying Kemba wasn't good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with a team, the shit he does wouldn't really matter when it came to real time. That's all I'm saying. It really don't matter. It's just
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's still letting Jordan off the hook. I noticed.
I'm not letting Jordan off for nothing. He did.
Then why you never paired him with an all-star? If Kimba's an all-star, why you don't pair him with an all-star? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Once your homegrown talent becomes all-starish, you pair him with an all-star.
I don't know. I mean, Jordan was in his heyday of fucking shit up at that time. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to hear. You passed.
He was in his heyday. He was really trying to make moves at that time. That's when we had that Asian
Troy, or whatever his name. Yeah,
Cho. Yeah, it was Cho. That's when we had Cho. So he was really trying to make moves. Bro,
Not by drafting.
Jordan didn't want to spend no money. I mean, it's common sense. Jordan didn't want to spend no money.
He don't want to spend money. Proof with the coach search. Don't want to spend no fucking money. And hopefully the new owners don't do that.
Hey, you know why he didn't want to spend money?
Okay, why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he didn't believe in Kemba Walker.
Hold up, you joking?
Wait.
Are you serious?
What Kemba Walker a Jordan brand? I thought he was a Jordan brand.
He was. He was a Jordan brand.
Hold on.
Them Jordan disintegrated his knees.
Spike, are you serious? Are you just joking?
Absolutely, I'm dead serious.
Woo!
He didn't believe in Kemba Walker enough to try to pay the luxury tax, increase the payroll to add.
He didn't even have to pay a luxury tax with Kemba Walker.
But he
I'm saying to try to max out other players to come there. He didn't try to do that.
And he might not have gave Lamelo the 260.
And Dex,
right?
Dex, he technically is right because like
Lamelo ain't proved enough.
No,
he probably would have said that.
No, like I said, when Kemba went to the Boston Celtics, what did he do?
He was injured by then. He was
coming off the bench before
Jordan ran him to the ground like a running back.
He averaged 20 and 5 with the Celtics. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Wasn't he coming off the bench or something like that?
He started a lot.
Not initially. Yeah, not initially. He didn't come off the bench.
So he came off the bench after he got hurt. Is that what you're saying?
No,
he got hurt. Marcus Smart started ascending.
Yeah.
Because Marcus Smart was playing that defense, and Brad Stevens, he's one of them type of coaches.
Fact, this is the big blow right here. Kemba started every game he ever played with the Celtics.
That's a lie. That's not true. Spike, I need you to prove that to me. I don't believe that.
One of us, one of us saying that's not true and ain't asking no questions.
Spike.
Check it out though. I know some of y'all probably think, maybe some of y'all on this panel even maybe a month ago. I know some of y'all probably say, Lamelo Ball don't deserve that 260 million. But he gonna prove to you this season that he deserves every bit of that. Watch and believe.
If Lamelo don't deserve it, then none of them deserve it.
That's exactly my point. I want to ask the brother a question real quick. And first, and yeah, Big Al, he started 53 games and started 48 games. Didn't not start a game he played for Boston. Now, to you who just made that statement, what do you think LaMelo has to do to show that he's worth the 260? What does he have to accomplish to you? Surely it's not winning 35 games, right? And having highlight reel.
Please.
Well, I feel like he's already proven
He's
it because
going.
Now,
He's
I
he
feel
said,
like he's already
hold
proven
on.
it because.
Hold on.
Okay,
He
go
said
ahead.
he said he's gonna prove it this season. So I want him to know. I want him to tell us what is proving it look like.
No.
Okay.
No. That wasn't what he
See,
actually said, Spike.
you trying to jump on the boat and steer now.
No. But he said for the ones who think that he doesn't deserve it, he's definitely going to prove it this year.
All right.
So he was like mainly like
I understand.
he's going against the
What
haters at this point.
what has to happen though? I want him to tell us what proving it looks like though. That's what I want to know.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, I appreciate you breaking it down further because I do understand a little more now. But the question remains, what does proving it look like?
Okay, what proven looks like to me, it looks like continue what he did last year when he was not injured. Because last year when he was not injured, the team was actually performing a lot better. This was when he was not injured. As soon as he got injured, shit just changed. It's almost like the steering wheel fell off the car. So
all hope was lost.
Yeah, but when Melo was in the game, he was balling out. But now another thing though is what me and Purple Baby talked about that one time when it comes to him going and I guess protecting himself so he won't get injured. Mainly doing the mid-range game, maybe using that floater more.
You said adding the mid-range game?
No, he uses it. I'm just saying using it more.
Or more, okay.
Yeah, he uses it. He's not like Ben Simmons. Simmons, like which I've proven before. No, he uses his all his game. He just needs to do some of the things that I'm referring to more. But now, as far as and then maturation, and when I say maturation,
I like that word.
I'm talking about him when he's on the court, being more selective, I guess sometimes, because when you get to the big time, you can't just gun for three like that, So that's my only. That's what I think. But I mean, before he got hurt, I sort of saw that. I feel like I saw him being more selective. So in the nutshell, Spike Lee, I feel like him, just doing what he did last year when he was not hurt. It just
Can I
when he was averaging like 25, 7, and 8 for a 6-game span, and won 6 in a row.
Yeah,
that's the Melo you looking for.
He averaged more than Halliburton, who's on the USA right now.
Can I add a little pushback to that, please?
Come on, Gemini, bro. Why? Spike trying to drill me. Now you trying to drill me. I thought you were on my side.
No. The only pushback I have to that is the only reason I would honestly think it even got in the tea leaves like that is because of what happened to Bridges. I think if Bridges actually would have been a part of the team last year and they would have kept that full momentum and wave they had going on, I do not think LaMelo would have pushed himself to that extreme. And that's the only thing I had to add.
Real talk. Okay. I can hear that. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Hey, Spike Lee, you there? My nigga, you trying to drill me? You there?
Yeah, this is a checker from the neck up.
Right. He coming in trying to chin check a nigga. So I want to see.
Hey, how do you guys feel about the schedule here, man? I'm looking at the Washington Wizards, Miami Heat, Milwaukee Bucks, and New York Knicks. Yeah, I know these teams are going to be super tough.
They'll win one.
They're gonna be.
I
They're
gotta
gonna,
look
they're
at
That's
who
gonna,
gonna be
they're
an
all
gonna be.
Washington
overtime. Hey,
have
hey,
now.
that's gonna be an overtime victory.
I literally have to look at who Washington have now. To be
They
honest,
got. They
Oh,
gotta go.
you full of shit, dog.
They're gonna win at least 2 out. They're gonna go 2 for 2. They're gonna go 1 for 4. Or I mean, yeah, no, they should.
Kafani, I'm gonna say what I said earlier. I feel like it's up in the air, but I feel like they have a chance to
I think
to
they could.
win all the
I think
games.
they could. I think they could at least win about two or three of those games. I believe if they depend
Wait,
on what they do.
Kafani,
No,
stop,
the fuck they
stop.
won't.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Here we
Who
go.
name the ones? Hold on, we finna put Cal Fine on the spot. Move to the side, big guy. Let Cal Fine stay in the house. Cal Fine, who do you see them winning and why?
Well, that might have a good chance against New York. Maybe. Bucks is gonna
Woo.
be tough. I know
Wait, stop,
Miami.
stop in New York. Stop in New York. Stop
Miami.
in New York.
Mi-
Calfani, stop in New York. Stop at New York, Calfani. Let's chop it up. New York Knicks are a second round playoff team. And you think New
Yeah,
York
that's
Knicks are gonna be mincemeat?
no. It's gonna be. That's where the fun comes in. There, Melo and them gonna have to
Okay.
show up. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the Knicks. Okay, who's next?
Milwaukee Bucks is gonna probably be the toughest of the tough, man. Everybody's back
Do they
over
beat
there
Milwaukee?
healthy.
Yes or no?
If Melo have a hot game, if he could be on, yeah.
Okay, so that's two. That's 2-0. Who's next?
We're
Dex,
gonna
you
see.
know what I think.
Hold on,
My,
hold
my,
on now. You done
my,
move to the side now.
Miami Heat. I don't know if they got the same kind of cast over there. They're still not gonna be a pushover because they was a championship team. So that might be
they lost pieces.
so who they lost pieces though. So they might have a Charlotte might have a chance.
Okay,
Washington
so they
Wizards.
might have okay, listen to Kafani. So they're gonna beat the Knicks, they're gonna beat Milwaukee, but with the Heat who have lost integral pieces, they just gonna have a chance. So you saying Miami Heat is better than Milwaukee and New York currently
Yeah,
constructed?
he got those backwards.
No, we can't say that this year. They lost pieces. They played over their head this past season. So
Okay.
I at least got Charlotte at least winning 3 out of these 4 games.
So the only team they lose to is Washington.
I don't know about
That'd be
that
crazy though, wouldn't it?
one.
Hey, you know what? That would be funny
Oh
though,
no.
because but y'all
Oh
know
no.
Charlotte
I'm going
known.
by your pick.
Charlotte known to be the tougher teams. They lose to the weakest team.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean you got a
Nah,
Zach,
point there. You got
nah,
a point there.
Zach,
nah.
that's
But
Those,
I'm
I don't know if
predicting.
it's
That's
going
what I
down
said
like that.
earlier.
no,
That's
No,
what I
no,
But I
said.
no.
I'm
respect
The
predicting.
I
two
respect
teams
that
you
pick.
gave them a win on, Kafani, I got those down as L's. I would
Major L's, like
I,
blowouts.
I would have to look at who Miami is left with on their roster, but if you also look at they brought in a decent backup center that is going to have playing time and is going to be a part of their rotation. They did not use for the last 2 seasons. Miami has a habit of not using their backup center when they need to. See, and that's what you didn't take into account too. Plus, who they just drafted, that young man gonna leave it all on the floor every night if you actually
Yeah,
watch
he's
his
good.
game.
That center's good. Cafani got Washington Wizards being world beaters.
I disagree, but that's
Kuzma
me.
and Jordan Poole. They finna suck up and wipe that cup, that pot. That's what
I
Cafani
got
got.
you know what? I'm about to pull up Washington right now because I really want to know
What?
what all they have on
Or
the squad.
we can't forget Jordan Poole gonna play with a chip on his shoulder too. He just got traded to.
I'm not
Uh,
worried about Poole. I'm not worried about Poole. I'm worried about the bench that they brought in.
let's see what
Starters
the
can
bit.
do what they do, but once they go to the bench, I mean it is what it is. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'm about to look up Washington right now because they
Okay.
added players a part of that trade, and I did forget to evaluate them after they added people. I really did for some
Cafani
reason.
think Washington still got Chris Paul. Chris Paul ain't there no more.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Washington had Chris Paul. You didn't know that?
When the hell did they? I don't even remember that.
They had him briefly. They had him briefly.
Chris Paul ain't there no more, Kafani.
Oh no, I don't even remember that. I
don't
knew they
even
had
know
Russell Westbrook.
Russell
No,
Westbrook
that
is the
was
point
part of
guard,
the
right?
trade.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook is the point guard by now, isn't
No, this
No,
one.
Westbrook is in L.A.
Yeah, he's in LA.
So,
he? I mean, he's in
so
the Clippers now. That's
CP3
right.
was a part of the
All right.
trade, but
Yeah,
then
that's right.
but then Golden State came and snatched his ass quicker than a mud.
Yeah, they weren't gonna let him suffer like that.
Willie, Chris Paul. How did I miss that?
It was a part of the trade. In fact, normally you
It was like
cannot
going
trade
through a city
players
with
like
one
that.
stoplight.
Yeah,
You damn right it was.
normally you can't trade for players like that who was just traded, but for some reason the NBA had their thumb on the scale and was like, "Nah, Chris Paul, come on out of there."
I hope so. So that's before he
Hey,
went to
That
Phoenix.
that's how he got to Golden State. No, that's how he got to Golden State.
they just saved.
Hold on. Time
They
out.
just saved Chris Paul. They just saved him, man, because he would have,
What
man,
in
probably would
the
have been
hell?
miserable.
Wait.
Time out.
Let me help. Let me help Big L out. Okay, last
Okay, I'm
season,
lost.
remember, Chris Paul was a part of what team? Phoenix Suns, correct?
Correct.
Then he was traded to Washington. Washington in turn traded Chris Paul from Washington to Golden State. This all just happened this offseason.
Oh, okay. So he never played a game for Washington.
No,
But
he never had a chance to even to me, he didn't even have a chance to go through the physical.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So it's
realize.
like but that trades like that normally don't happen because when a player is traded, they normally have to sit there for a whole like a half a year to a year.
Oh, okay.
That's normally how a traded player goes down. But the
Right.
NBA didn't do that with him. They got him right up out of there.
Right. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, okay. That's why I know nothing about it because nothing really happened with my nigga. Chris Paul.
Yeah, he didn't play 1 minute. Like that.
Calfani was making it like Chris Paul was still there. He's giving Washington
Right. He was making it seem like
labeling them as world beaters.
he made it seem like they had played in the playoff games
Washington
together.
undefeated, 82-0.
So that's why you was feeling the way you was feeling,
Right.
Big L.
I was confused.
Hold on, where he came from?
Right. When did he play with Bill?
Yeah, Washington finna run amok through Group B.
Yeah, for the Charlotte fans out there, just trying to be the good guy, but I don't know, man. The Bucks might give that loss. I was trying to be the good. I was trying to be the good guy for the Charlotte fans.
Man, you sure was.
Okay, I will say this about Washington roster. Yes, it is a rebuild roster, but it kind of look kind of decent because you got Jones, who's gonna be the point guard. You got Poole 9 times out of 10 gonna be the shooting guard. You have Baldwin, that should be their starting small forward. Bargnani, I think that's Bargnani. I'm screwed. Yeah. I mean, they do look type decent. I mean,
If
I
Washington do
don't know
not
what
beat the
Kendrick
Charlotte
Nunn
Hornets
gonna do.
in that first game, Washington going 0 for 4.
I can kind of see them.
Whoever wins against Washington and Charlotte, that's going to be their only win in that group.
I can kind of see Washington making a little bit of. I can see them making more noise than they did last year because they even got the
No, let's get a
shooter.
commitment from you, Gemini. Do Washington beat the Charlotte Hornets on November 10th in the East B group?
Let me look at who their center is.
Let me see. I'll put $5 on that. I'll put $5 on that.
The center is Gafford, right? Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, Daniel Gafford. Yep.
Yeah, Gafford and I'm sorry, Charlotte. I got them beating y'all. Oh,
Oh my
Ah,
God.
that's
He
all.
just hit me in the
Count us out,
stomach.
my niggas.
I,
Count us out. That's all good. I like
Oh
no,
it.
my God. I
no,
can't believe
no.
Gemini.
No. I'm looking at black and white, and we all know. I mean, you got Gibson coming off of the bench. You have a couple of players from OKC.
Okay, when you say
Uh,
Gibson, are you talking Taj Gibson?
Taj
yeah.
Gibson. Yeah.
How
I,
old is that man? Is he about as old as Moses?
yeah, he old.
Nah, man.
They
You
even
sure
got
he wasn't there when they parted the Red Sea?
Gallinari.
He 38. But Gallinari can still shoot though, Big L.
But he's an old 38. He ain't no LeBron 38. So don't make it seem like
No,
38 is just
no, no. His box out game is still
some
strong.
whippersnappers.
He still show old man strength
So
when it comes
who
to
you?
that box out game.
So the point guard is not going to be no Jones. The point guard is probably going to be Kendrick
Jones,
Nunn.
no, Jones, no, none
Jones
coming
Who?
off of the
Wait,
bench.
ain't no
Ty is gonna
Jones
be the
coming
point
off
None
the
guard.
gonna
bench.
come
Tyus
off of the
Jones gonna
bench.
be the point guard.
Yeah, Jones
Where?
is gonna be the starter. Poole's
He
gonna
just
be
he
the
started with
shooting guard.
Memphis.
Never mind. I got you. I was at the wrong part of the
Yeah, he's gonna
roster.
start. He's a
Okay,
good
Yeah,
point guard as well. He's a good
I
point
got
guard.
you. I
and
see what
and,
you're
and,
talking about.
and they have Rollins, Rollins. I'm sorry, Rollins.
Yeah,
They
Ryan
have
Rollins.
him. Yeah, they I on paper, I have Washington with a slight edge.
Oh my God.
I
Charlotte's
I
not gonna win a game, Gemini, according to you.
my concern is with
They ain't
Charlotte
gonna make it
extremely.
to December 4th.
Wait. Hold on, Dex. I've said the two major concerns that I have with Charlotte. It is the front
The,
court,
the bench. It's the bench. I
and
know.
it is the guard play. I have
What?
concerns, Doc. I have
Okay, break that
concerns
down. The guard play. Let me hear him break this down.
Um,
The guard
Yeah,
play.
I'm confused on that. Go ahead.
Off the
Yeah.
bench. He talking about off the bench though. I know what you're talking about.
Right, because when it comes to the bench, like y'all have to dissect who is going to be y'all bench for number one.
Theo
What I mean by
Madigan,
that,
he's a backup point guard.
Oh,
huh?
they gonna be. Oh, they gonna be book night. Oh no. I just.
I mean,
Oh man.
for them still believing in Book Night, I have a
Oh no.
problem.
Me too. I
Um,
got a problem as
I
well.
got a problem with. I don't think book night is
um,
the answer, man. Oh no.
Nick Smith
Same here.
Jr. Nick Smith Jr. I feel should be within y'all rotation, but
But he's
y'all
a
have a
rookie though.
habit. Right, but y'all have a habit of sending everybody to the damn G League.
Hey, they need to get
So
him PJ Washington, man. I don't know what the hell wrong with them
Yeah,
resigning him.
Al. Hey, Al, explain that. Why everybody got to go to the G League?
everybody go to the G League with
Like they
Charlotte.
use that as a turnstile.
Yeah, there's nobody who goes to Charlotte that doesn't go to the G League from what I have seen.
Everybody go
Well,
to the G
Melo didn't
League
go. Melo didn't
because
go though.
right. Yeah, Melo ain't make no G League, but the point is
But
they
he's a
they make
star player, so I'm not including him within
well they
that
make bad
evaluation.
they've made some bad picks lately. That's what I'm saying. The foundation is all wrong. So you got
Will
guys.
Brandon Miller see
Can
the G League this year?
I
No,
I
he
don't
don't
know.
won't.
think
I don't
I
think
don't
he
think
will.
he's gonna see the G
I don't
League,
know though.
but my concern is how they're gonna stagger the minutes because that with a player being in his way because of that price tag and because of the fan base liking the skin complexion, I don't see them benching that dude. But
What?
I do, Yep, I said it. They loving his skin complexion.
Who?
Gordon Hayward.
Hayward.
He's
Okay.
he's in every
Okay.
bird of Charlotte,
I
man.
think
Like yeah, I
he the
told you
only
that.
white guy on the team, right? Unless they still got Moskylu.
I think
No,
he is the only white one.
they have a couple. In
I ain't
fact,
got no couple. No, they don't. Only Moskylu and Gordon Hayward. That's it.
No, they don't have
Dex
Skyler
God
right
not
now.
on the team no more. Dex, he a free
Yeah.
agent.
Moskylu,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Masai.
Moskylu's not there no more. Then Gordon
yeah.
Hayward is the only white guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's the only.
He might
I
be
thought
gone soon.
Skylu was talking to Toronto at one time, uh, but I think Charlotte was trying to win him back because
Why?
if he had minutes, he can produce. If he hit now that's
Where has
one.
he produced that? Detroit.
Huh?
Where has he produced at? Detroit showed him produce on the Lakers.
I mean, he didn't have minutes as a Laker, to be honest. He
Okay, but
didn't
what
have
about
minutes as
Detroit?
a
He
Laker.
was at Detroit.
I mean, for the minutes they gave him, he produced in Detroit. I
Okay,
mean,
so he can.
that's what's
Okay,
keeping him in the
hold on,
league
Jim.
at
Now,
this point.
hold on. Now we know what's keeping him in the league, but nevertheless, what about when he was at Charlotte Hornets? What did he do there?
He
I,
was
I
he was balling
he was
out during
behind
garbage
Bridges.
time.
Yeah,
All
like
Charlotte basketball was garbage time when Lamelo was gone.
come on,
Well,
man.
there you go.
Yeah,
But
that's true. Look at the
Sky,
record.
Sky Luke is not going to be there though.
They didn't have no. They didn't have a winning. They didn't have a. They couldn't string consecutive wins once Lamelo got injured.
We get it, Dex. We get it. But hey, but as far as this tournament and you hating on the Hornets, Dex.
I'm not hating on the Hornets. I'm just being realistic.
I get it.
According to my observation,
They're gonna go.
I'm looking at Washington. That should be the game they win. They should punch Washington in the face and get a victory.
I don't see that happening. Sorry.
Once they go to the Miami Heat, they already upset. Once they go to Milwaukee, they're serious. And once they go to the New York Knicks, they got something to prove. So I don't see where the Hornets can match the energy of those three playoff teams.
Oh no, they're going 1 for 4. Oh no. well, 1 for 3 basically.
But you know what? But
oh man.
You changed it up, Kafani?
Kafani, I'll give you this. You made a good point earlier. You said that the Hornets step up for the good teams and take the bad teams for granted for some reason.
That is true. That's a good observation.
So that's an issue. But if that mentality in some way can be altered and this team stays consistent, because that year that Miles was there, that was not really the issue. I mean, it was kind of there, but it really wasn't the issue until playoff time.
Right.
But the only reason I give them 2 games probably because they got Mel Bridges back in the mix, so they so they might, I don't know.
So Al, my question to you is, how many games do you got them winning this year?
Oh my God.
A healthy Charlotte Hornets.
A healthy Charlotte. What did they win when Miles was there?
43.
43.
43.
Yep.
I'm gonna give them 45
Why
games.
you don't know this, Al?
I'm gonna give them 45 games. That's
You're supposed to know this stuff, Al.
I'm trying to make an educated guess, my nigga. Leave me alone. Hey, so if they won 43, they maybe can win what? 40, I don't know. When he come back in 10 games, so
it's the same team.
It ain't. Okay.
No. He's Dex. He's also putting in about the suspension. Let him breathe. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Gemini. This nigga always trying to interrupt me.
Well, let's say 45.
I
say 45 on my end.
All right, okay. 40. Okay. Damn, I don't know. 40, 45, or 47. I don't know, man. That's a good question, Purple Baby. Honestly.
I know that's been generous though, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, not really.
I'll say 45
They
games.
can do it. They're
gonna have to, because Miles Bridges is spinning for the first 10 games, so yeah.
Now
and then Cliffy's not gonna get in the way. See, Cliffy's not gonna have that. Go ahead, Al.
Now let's say Brandon Miller steps on the court and he actually performs like
Hall of Fame Brandon Miller.
I'm just saying he comes into the league, he does more than what he's shown. He maybe just steps the game up a little bit.
Yeah, is he gonna perform like a number 1 draft pick?
Right. If he does that, they can win 53 or more.
I mean,
53 now you're pushing it.
53 games? Wow. Okay.
The question is, and
they ain't not gonna win no damn 53 games.
They threw a curveball at you, so the question is, how would the coach adjust to him? because that it,
Oh my God,
that
that's a
the
good point.
coach is not used to having a shooter.
Mm.
So that 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 is what I would add to that.
Yeah, one for Alpha got a point. Bumley gone is a big deal because we actually got defense inside now, and so that's going to be a big thing. But as far as the coaching and how Clifford fucking coaches rookies, that might be an issue. But I hope if
Well, how do
Brandon
we
said,
coach rookies? Because we don't know.
man, you know how he coached rookies. Everybody complained about how he was coaching. Well, not him, but they were complaining about how they coach Lamelo. Clifford kind of does
That
that too.
wasn't Clifford though. That was James Borrego.
Well, I'm just saying he kind of does that too. He doesn't really just push people in like that either.
Shit, Mark Williams was playing a lot under Cliffy.
That's at the end of the season, man. What do you think? He was playing at the end of the season. When
Mason,
Plumlee was
He
there,
was,
he wasn't playing it. He wasn't playing like that. He was playing, but he wasn't playing as many
but
minutes
they could
as
have put Nick Richards. They could have put Nick Richards and
who?
gave him those minutes. They could have gave
McRichard.
Nick Richards Mark Williams
Oh,
minutes because he was there. So
hold on. I
he
need to
had
get an
something.
updated roster for y'all.
well, no.
Listen,
Plumlee.
Cliffy, hold on one second. Cliffy had an option, either Williams or Richards, and he chose the rookie.
You're right. But my point is that was after he had proven he had the ability to handle the big time and do his thing. I mean, that was like the season was damn near over by the time he started uh, playing major minutes. So no, they didn't do that like you said. But and I don't know how he's going to handle Brandon Miller. But from my understanding from the past, because with Miles Bridges, he didn't really play him like that either.
Miles Bridges was the number 2 pick, and Miles Bridges never played under Cliffy.
But he did play under Clifford.
Oh, 1 year?
Yeah, he played under Clifford. Yeah, he played under
It
Clifford.
counts. He played. He
No,
played.
I'm saying, I'm asking him, is it 1 year? Because
I don't know for
James
sure, but I
Borrego
know
was
he
the
played
coach.
under Clifford. I know he played under Clifford.
I don't know.
But
Mason Bumley. I don't have him on y'all roster, and I
no, he's
checked
not on the team
ESPN.
anymore. He's not on the
Okay.
team anymore.
Okay.
Mark Williams is taking that space for sure. I'm so happy he's done that. But
I don't know if Miles Bridges played under Cliffy, though. I think he only played under James Borrego.
Y'all know
oh
he been in the league for 6 years, so
right, yeah, he played under Clifford, man. I'm fairly sure he did. He played under Clifford.
Okay,
But
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. That's your team.
See, Alpha is bringing up a good point. Richard didn't get heavy minutes until Plumlee left, which is true. I felt they overplayed Plumlee.
you damn right. That's what I'm saying. So
Oh, you
Clifford
said overplayed or overpaid?
Playing time.
overplayed.
He
Overplayed.
got more playing time than I felt he actually should have.
Right. Even over a maturing Mark Williams. Before Plumlee left, Mark was doing stuff. He was doing pretty good.
You know what?
He should have been
But
starting
y'all
over
understand
Plumlee.
they were showcasing probably, so he got picked up by another team. So basically, that's probably what they
He could
did.
he could have came off the bench behind Williams. But whatever. I mean, but that's my point. He might do the same thing to Miller. But we'll see. We don't know. I don't know. I hope he doesn't though.
because y'all
Hey,
got to
come on,
they
know.
go.
guys. Come on, guys. We know that Gordon Hayward's not coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? All these my Brandon
No,
Miller's
Of
going to
course he's not.
start.
Of
you
course
will
he's not.
have to justify. See I know you bringing up the point, Confining, but you're not stating why. It's the price tag while
30
he
million.
yeah, like it's overall the price tag
Th-
that's the
30,
overall
$30 million
situation with
man
that.
is not coming off the bench though. I don't know. Do y'all know any player that $30 million coming off the bench? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know
I
But
about.
mean, you
that's
had like the John Walls
but
of the world. You know what I'm saying? But that's rare.
but
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
basically.
Ain't nobody trading for freaking what's his name? Golly.
Hayward.
No,
Ain't nobody trade for Hayward.
no,
What's the
no.
point?
His contract got to expire, bro. When his contract expires, he gonna get some
It
team
does
somewhere
not
gonna.
matter. It's a 1 year contract. The contract is gonna be over. Why even beat a dead horse? Fuck it. Let Brandon Miller get time.
Bro,
Fuck
But this
that.
but they're
No,
gonna
but they
showcase
can
him though. He
slide
got to
gotta
get
his
a
remember
payday
minutes
though.
though,
though, Al. He,
Al.
he can start. He can start the game,
Right.
but they can
Give him
like
starting
slide
minutes.
his yeah
we
yeah
keep forgetting about
like Miller
somebody,
can get starting minutes over Haywood,
but
which
y'all
will
forgetting
actually
about a
keep
player.
Haywood healthy. Who we forgetting
Y'all,
about, Perp?
y'all forgetting about Cody.
Cody who?
Cody,
Cody Martin.
Cody, no,
Cody
Cody.
Martin.
I think they're gonna move him to shooting guard.
Like
I
I
They
think.
said,
will
I,
Cody
move him
who?
back. They will move him back to his position. Then
yeah, I think Cody is going back to shooting guard.
Right.
this is
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
hot as hell in Texas right now. It's about
Well,
in the
So
high
that
man, I
would
don't know,
90s.
man.
be Nick
Charlotte got
Smith
it.
Jr., Bryce McGowan, James Booknight, and I'm forgetting. Oh, we already
Bryce
know
McGowan's in the
G
doghouse.
League. They all in the
Uh,
G League. That's crazy.
I hate to tell you, bro. They need to get. They need to go ahead and pick up back up PJ Washington. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hell, I even get Kelly Oubre, even though it sounds crazy saying that. But shit, them
I
guys
don't
might make
think
an
he's
impact.
signed,
Kelly
but
Oubre is on the
No,
team.
they,
He's on the
you know
team.
what? I saw today. Neither one of them are signed to a team right now. They're both from free
no, Ketty
agents.
is a unrestricted free agent.
Unrestricted. Yeah, I
So,
saw that.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's going back to Charlotte. I
I
think
Okay.
oh,
he
don't
going
either.
okay.
anywhere but Charlotte. To be
I
honest,
don't.
Okay.
He
But
want to
shit,
go back. What's I've
but
heard? That's what I heard. He wants to play
but
for them, but
but if no
they
team
got
picks him
He
up, then
wasn't
Charlotte's
going
gonna be his
anywhere
best
somebody's
bet.
going to pay him.
Well, yeah.
no, that's too many small forwards, Big L. That's too many
So,
I
small
agree.
forwards.
what-
I agree.
and Kelly Oubre be good for the 76ers.
Actually, yeah.
They about to break that team apart.
Yeah, you might have a point.
I mean, I mean, I mean, the GM keep lying to people. Wouldn't you break up the team too?
And James Harden, they're gonna get James Harden the boot. Get your ass out of here. Get to Houston.
No,
Go back
no,
to
no,
Houston. No,
James.
I'm just bullshitting, though,
He
man.
ain't going back
No,
to Houston. He ain't going back to Houston.
no, no.
Hell no, David. I know that.
If one thing I
James
do
Harden
give
might be over
Harden,
there in Blazers. He might be a Portland Trailblazers. Keep
Oh
if they
shit.
keep it up.
Oh
but
shit.
if one
That'd be
thing I
some
do
shit.
give Harden, I do give it that he does stand on business. So if the GM did promise him something and didn't fulfill it, Harden will make you stand on business and principle. I I I, I I can say a lot about Harden, but I cannot go against him when it comes to that. He will make you stand on business and principle, pal.
So what is it that Durham Morley allegedly lied about?
In other words, like the LeBron situation when it came to Miami, he left money on the table so he can bring better players in, and the GM did not.
Mm.
That
Hey,
that's what that is overall
Gemini.
about.
So Gemini. So you telling me that somehow maybe I missed some. So you telling me that James Harden left some money on the table?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, he
Okay.
signed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
that's why he re-signed for that
hmm That's right.
35, 36. That's leaving money on the table because Horton actually is worth even with the no defense as everybody like to point out, Horton is actually worth at least 40 to 44. Now that I will give him. I can't like go against that.
And then Gemini, they praise Harden up there in Pennsylvania and Philly to be exact about him being a good sportsman by taking less to leave room to sign other players. You know, players that can help them get over the hump.
Like that I won't I cannot lie on him on that. Like they he left money on the table, dog. He did. That's just like with Kyrie though. And I was actually shocked that he signed for what he signed for because he left money on the table.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did too. I saw that. Yeah, he did.
So I mean,
Man,
overall, I will not lie like that. That's part of the reason why I cannot overall get mad at players that don't leave a crumb because if you think the GM gonna lie to you, why would you leave a crumb on it? And actually, that had nothing to do with Pat that year. That had to do with the owner. The owner didn't want to sign those players, but that's why LeBron wasn't mad at Pat. He was more mad with the actual owner of the team.
Yeah,
Like we had a game plan, and you came in here and fudged it all up.
right. Yeah, man. So yeah, so it's gonna be a tough. Six is gonna be a tough day. We don't know what's gonna happen with Jordan B. If he gonna stick around one more time. And the way it's looking like, man, I might want a team back though. Cause
Nah, and B don't have a choice, Kafani.
he's MVP. They're not about
Don't
to let
throw
that
him in the
man go.
bleacher.
And
He don't have a choice, man.
they're not gonna let him go. No, of course not.
No, he don't have a choice because at this point, that Philly is not going to get the Gobert treatment, which I'm actually shocked that Utah got all those type of draft picks
They
for
shouldn't have.
Rudy.
That's the key
Yeah,
thing, though. Like they shouldn't have got that.
So Utah got maybe highway robbery there. Shit.
no,
Damn.
that Danny Ainge, bro. If one thing I give Danny Ainge, he learned from Pat. But god damn, like the draft picks, he did the same thing with Boston. Think about it. When it was time to trade KG, Ray, and the
Paul Pierce.
Pierce, no, notice all the draft picks Boston had. Boston had hella draft picks.
Yeah, that's how they got Tatum and them got and them people
Yeah, like
because
they
he
got
fleeced Brooklyn.
hella draft picks.
He sent all that garbage to Brooklyn. Remember?
Yep. So I mean, overall, it's not saying that I'm mad at them. It's more like I know they're not gonna get that. I don't think two trades like that will go down never again. For that many draft picks and
Well, Durant
like nah,
Durant stopped all that. Once Durant got traded, that's the norm now.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
and see right now, Portland wants that type of trade, and Portland's not gonna get it. Portland's definitely not gonna get that type of
Hell
trade.
no, man. Nobody ain't trading all that for no damn 6'1" guard
Yeah, but that's
that
what
don't play
Portland
defense.
want at this point.
A one way player. That's all Dame is a one way player. And he's not even kicking up no dust no more, man. Dame probably said,
Well,
"Fuck it, I'm gonna stay."
all right, that's crazy because Damian Lillard at one time actually played a little defense, but that's only if you want to. Like we was talking
What
about.
universe?
We was talking about when he want to. We was talking about Zach Levine. He's all that. He can play defense only when he want to. I said I'll look at that. DeMar DeRozan. He can play defense, but like you said, these guys take breaks on defense and save all the energy for offense. You know.
DeMar played defense in San Antonio, so I don't know why
Oh
he came
yeah,
to Chicago and just want to lay it down.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I noticed
No,
that too.
Rosen do play defense in Chicago. He don't play
No, he
as
don't.
hard as he played
He don't play as
at
I ain't,
hard
San
defense. Yeah, he
Antonio.
don't play
I
as
ain't
hard.
seen.
Right.
Listen, I don't know where Jim and I saw, but in this universe, DeMar ain't playing no defense, and that's what Billy Donovan been calling him out on, and other players has been calling DeMar out on.
Don't
But
okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this in DeMar defense. They did not sign DeMar DeRozan for defense. If you remember, the the president
True.
and the
Yeah.
GM, Acme, they call him Acme, Arturos Kornikolis and Mark Eversley, right?
Hmm.
They said when they put out a statement together, they said DeMar was there to address closing out games. Lonzo was there for defense, not DeMar. Ayo DeSumo
And
was drafted
Caruso.
for
Yeah.
defense. Yeah, well, Alex Caruso, of course, yeah, because we already know Alex Caruso because he can't do much anything else but play defense. But Lonzo's a
Right.
well-rounded guard. But But Lonzo, that was a specific target to shore up some defensive woes because we already know Vooch is not playing defense. Zach wasn't playing defense. So Lonzo was that defensive guy, the 3-and-D guy, and also they're going to spread his responsibilities by allowing him to run the floor. Now, but they said specifically when it came to DeMar DeRozan, he was there for veteran leadership to close out games. But
Yeah,
it
they
so
did.
happens that DeMar DeRozan just happened to catapult into a MVP season. And when you do that, it wasn't no turning back. And that created a conundrum with the Chicago Bulls and leadership of Billy Donovan of how do you put this genie back into the bottle without disrupting winning ways.
I mean, there is no way to put that genie back in the bottle. Y'all fucked that up nicely.
I agree. So they had to play it out that way. And like I said, we knew what we here at Flight Sports TV knew that wasn't sustainable. Even though they was winning, but they was winning playing bad basketball. We already said that, we highlighted that, and then we got scoffed at. And people did their damnedest to try to deconstruct our perception of the Bulls. But in the end, we came out verbally victorious because it showed how when Milwaukee entangled their ass and shoved them out embarrassingly.
Really, I think Milwaukee even just messed up by re-signing Middleton for all that. Because I don't know if he's coming back that healthy.
But you know what? As Chicago Bulls guys should have a chip on their shoulder just because. Check it out, guys. I looked at the power rankings, and it's very disrespectful. They got in the power rankings. They got the Chicago Bulls ranked number 19. So that means they ain't gonna make it to the playoffs at all. This is gonna have a shitty
number
season.
9. Hold on, Calfani. Number 19 in the East or 19 in the NBA?
No, number 19 in the power rankings in the NBA in the
NBA.
In the whole in the East though, but power rankings they don't got them winning at all, not in the season. I'm looking at
just the East.
I mean, well, we could say whoever don't make it to the playoffs, they're gonna have bad records. Okay, 19 is better enough, but it might be somebody higher than them, 20 to 25. So
if Calfani, if they rank the Bulls 19 in the East, right? Then they're saying. I think it got to be the NBA. It can't just be the East.
It's the NBA.
Because it ain't 19. It's not 19 teams.
He said 19, so it's the whole NBA.
It's the NBA.
So,
yeah, my bad. It's the NBA.
So that means they will make the play-in game.
Maybe.
If you rank 19, you still qualify for the play-in game for the totality of the NBA because it's 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, so that's 20. So that leaves one slot, right?
Yeah, that's looking shaky. That's not looking too good. I'm not gonna even entertain that idea, but okay, we can roll with it though.
So are you saying that they're better than 19, ranked 19?
I'm gonna give them a little bit more credit than that. I'm not gonna say.
Don't make me pull up their roster, because if you saying they better, I'm about to pull up their roster.
I'm not gonna say they better. They're gonna they might break even. I don't know. Maybe almost the same.
I'm about to pull up their roster. Damn all that.
I gotta give them a little bit more respect than that, man. I can't.
Okay, you may be high. You may be high.
According to everything you know about the NBA coming into this season, where do you rank the Bulls?
I'll say I was gonna give them. I'm being generous when I say this. I was gonna say probably 10. Maybe they could get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kafani, 10. Could you name 10 teams better than the Bulls right now?
Shit, no.
You sure?
Yes.
Be honest now. Don't jeopardize your integrity. Don't compromise. Be honest. Can you name 10 teams better than the Bulls in both conferences?
Well, we know they're in the West. But the East, I would say, I gonna say, yeah, right now I could say New York. Shit. I gonna say Cleveland. Maybe that's a 50-50 there. Detroit.
Wait, Detroit is better than the Bulls?
No, they're not gonna. No, they're gonna be better.
Okay. Let me help you out a little bit, Kafani. Let me help you out a
I,
little bit. Okay,
I was just looking at one
is
thing. I had to
Philly?
pull the other stuff up. Yeah,
Okay, Philly is Philly better than the Bulls?
yeah. I'm gonna crush them
Okay,
right
that's
now.
one.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
one. That's one. Is Milwaukee better than the Bulls?
yeah. We know that. Yeah, Milwaukee, of
Okay,
course.
that's two. That's two. Is Boston better than the Bulls?
Yeah,
Okay, that's four, right? Three or four? I'm at three or four.
Three.
three. That's
Okay,
three.
that's
That's
three.
three.
So that's three. Is Miami better than the Bulls?
They lost pieces. That still
Ooh,
might
that's a
be.
good question.
That they lost pieces. That might be maybe a tad bit. Maybe we gotta give them that for
O-
right now.
Okay, then that's four. That's four teams. Now, is New York Knicks better than the Bulls?
Oh, they made it to the second round. Yeah, of course they are.
Okay, that's five.
We got to
Okay,
go over that.
that's
Yeah.
five. That's five. Is Atlanta Hawks better than the Bulls?
Well, they got over there. They got they lose no pieces. They probably better than the Bulls right now. Yeah.
Okay, that's six. So that's six teams in the East. Now let's go over to the West. Is Denver better than the Bulls?
They're a championship team, of course.
Okay, that's seven. That's seven. Is
Yeah.
is the Lakers better than the Bulls?
We know that.
Okay,
They got
that's
some
eight.
pieces over there
Okay,
now.
that's
Yeah,
eight.
of course.
Okay, that's eight. Is Phoenix Suns better than the Bulls?
But the team, the players that just
Yes.
got, yeah, they just made them that much better now. Yeah.
Okay, that's nine. That's nine. Is the Minnesota Timberwolves better than the Bulls?
Nah, that's a shaky
Okay.
question. Well, did that make?
Okay. Okay. That's you're not sure?
Nah.
We get it.
We give them if they made it to the playoff. I'll say by that's 50-50. Okay.
Wow.
So
If you saying Minnesota's better than the Bulls, yes or no? No gray area,
yeah.
white or black.
No. Yeah. They better right now because Bulls got
Okay, that's 10. That's 10 right
that's
there.
10 right now.
Now, so
Bulls,
you already had the
you
Bulls
say
ranked
Bulls
number
11.
10. So right now the Bulls are sitting
I
at
said 11. I'm
11. So
talking about cross playing.
okay, let's go. Let's go
Yeah.
for some more. Is the Golden State Warriors better than the Bulls?
Oh yeah, you know the answer to
Continuity
that.
and
Yeah.
chemistry.
Okay, that's 11. That's 11. Now the Bulls are ranked number 12 right now. Okay, is
Yeah.
the Sacramento Kings better than the Bulls?
I was wondering
Okay.
why
Yeah.
he
So
waited so long to bring them up.
13. Oh, 13. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
now the
Yeah.
Bulls is down
Sacramento.
to 13.
They on 13. They ain't looking good. So 19 ain't no better. So we okay. You got them down to 13 right now. So that still ain't no better to me. I mean, six spots down. Okay. So if I was
So
the
then
Bulls,
they kind of justified then, right? So the 19th is almost justified.
yeah,
Because you got
they're
them
justified.
at where you got them at 13, 14?
30, yeah, 30, yes, 30, they 13. So shit, that's bad still to me. They're gonna be scratching them claw for a playoff spot or play in, basically. Down. So that
Okay,
got me thinking about
I'm
Charlotte.
gonna name one more team. I'm gonna name one more team. Do you think the Pelicans is better than the Bulls? A healthy
Ooh.
Pelicans and a healthy Bulls.
Ooh.
Yeah, if Zion is out there, yeah.
No, without
Wait.
Zion. No. I want you to give that one without Zion. And
Well,
I'm gonna tell you that for a reason. Without
we got
Zion.
Bradley, we got Bradley Ingram. Yeah, we got to still give it to the Bulls slightly. I mean, not the Bulls, but the
You
Pelicans. So
high
then
as
we
a
got
kite.
Bulls.
You
We
high
got
as a kite. I'm
He
not even a
tripping.
Pelican fan. I'm not even
Okay,
a
so
Pelican fan.
that's
You high as a
15 then.
kite.
The
You said
Bulls are ranked
Pelicans?
15 according to what we did so far.
No. You said no. That might be better than the Pelicans without Zion out there. I mean, that
No,
might.
I'm
Yeah,
saying no Zion. And here's the reason why I wanted you to say it with no Zion. because
Oh no,
even with even with the young man that they drafted, 1 through 3, they kind of deep defensively,
right.
and and the Bulls before they got AO, they was dependent on Cody White, so they 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 was having problems, and you really was ranking them higher than the Pelicans. I mean, I mean, uh,
I gotta
I
see what
mean,
they.
I
I
hear
gotta see what
you.
the league. I gotta see where the. I gotta see. I'm gonna check these power rankings. So I gotta see where the
Well,
Pelicans.
I'm
Where they got
I'm
the
going to
Pelicans ranked
include
at.
Zion because I'm saying a healthy Bulls and a healthy Pelicans. So that means Zion will be present.
Oh, that
They're
mean they're
better than
not
the
even
Bulls.
close, Dex, and that was
That,
the
that,
main
that,
reason why I subtracted them. I
right.
Yeah, I
subtracted
know
them
you're trying to help
because
them out a little bit, but I ain't trying to.
yeah,
I say we know Zion, but Zion that you don't question. They're
Yeah.
better than the Bulls. I'm not. I know better than that. I see the eye test. I know better than that. Yeah.
I mean the main reason why I said without Zion is because even if he's traded at the trade deadline.
You know that's not gonna happen. But
No, no,
okay.
no. I mean, it depends. Somebody may get desperate. We don't know at this point
Who's
because
gonna get
hit
desperate? Who's gonna get
that
desperate? I'd like to know this. Man.
somebody can get desperate because
Philly can get this.
yeah, because at this point you don't know who, what, when, and where because the NBA is really trying to raise their marketing dollar.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they can help anybody out at this point. Look at what they just did for Boston. Look at what they just did for Utah. We
Oh yeah.
couldn't even get those trades to go in on a video game, pimp.
But you
So
remember what I
it,
told you? You remember what I told you though? I said if the NBA wants to pull some strings, it don't matter what the consequences, what the dollars is or not, or whether or not see what they can't happen, they're gonna do what they want to do to
man, but
get.
that Collins trade would never go through, dog.
Yeah,
That Collins
of
trade, to
course,
be
we know.
honest, it would never go through. I mean,
Okay, so Gemini,
yeah,
do you believe Bulls are ranked
Um,
appropriately?
yes.
Yeah, I mean it's justified. I said 19. I thought it was kind of disrespectful, but nah, I guess the way because if you want to make you see, I think they was late because all the trades that took place this all season with different teams. I can see why they ranked that high.
I mean,
Now, Purple Baby, do you think the Bulls are ranked appropriately?
Yes. And I would like to add in if y'all got the Bulls at 19, where does that leave the
They're
Hornets?
at 19. I said power rankings. Yeah, they ranked at 19, so it maybe it's justified. So
nah, you got them ranked higher, but I humbly disagree with you. I humbly disagree with you.
yeah,
I
they got
don't
them
have
at
them ranked. I don't
they
have
got
Where's
them
them
at
the
ranked
19.
no higher.
I'm talking about the power
where's the
rankings. Got them
Charlotte
at
Hornets?
19. I was trying to be
Where's the,
generous though by getting at least 15, but you know.
On that same list, where is Charlotte? Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna check out the power rankings right now. Hold on. I'm gonna go over there to the power rankings now. Or anybody else could check it out too. You know, it's all good.
we'll wait on
no,
you.
go ahead. You got the flow on it. Uh, get your shine on, pimp. Get your shine on.
Because when we look at the NBA landscape, ladies and gentlemen, the Bulls hadn't made much noise either. We talk about other teams have been at a stalemate. The Bulls is one of those teams that has been included with non-motion.
Right, but a lot of people don't do not like to mention the Bulls, and here's why. The Bulls have a problem of not using their power forwards correctly, and that's what they from right before draft and marketing to into today. Williams is gonna get time and he's gonna play decent, but I don't think he's ever gonna reach his potential with the Bulls. I don't.
Okay, what about Vucevic? You forgot about him. They just re-signed him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, but
why,
that's the center. I'm talking about the power forward. The
hey,
power
No,
forward
they moving
position.
him. They
to the
moving him
Charlotte
from
Hornet,
center to power forward. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, hey, to the Charlotte Hornet fans on this chat in the panel,
Dun 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 dun
they
dun dun
got
dun dun.
Charlotte Hornets ranked 30. Damn, that's disrespectful for the Charlotte. God
They're the
damn.
last ranked team in the league. They doing
Yeah, they
Lamelo
got no
Ball like
ring.
that.
Yeah, and ask Purple Baby, she could tell you
With
that too.
Brandon Miller.
I know she with Brandon Miller. I know she looking at the Power Rangers too. Look at that Power
Okay,
Ranger. That's
okay. Let's
disrespectful.
see. Let's hold on a second. Where's the Spurs? Where's the Spurs rank, and where's Portland Trailblazers rank?
That I don't know. We gotta look them up right now. Then, whoa, man, Charlotte at
Number
Nah,
number
shouldn't the
30.
30.
whole thing be up? Shouldn't the whole list be up there?
You know,
Oh,
well, I'm looking at them individually. Actually, I should have put up the
Yeah,
whole
they doing
league.
Melo dirty.
yeah,
That's dirty. They doing Melo dirty,
Number
man.
30. Number 30, bro. This is disrespectful, bro.
They
Like,
can't. They
wow.
can't be that bad. They can't be worse than Detroit, man.
No, man, that's disrespectful. So you got Detroit must be the 30, 31, 30, number 31
hold
then.
on,
Shit.
hold on,
Ain't no
Hold
31.
on.
Ain't no 31.
Oh man.
hold on.
Rap God, he said the Hornets are ranked number 30. That's deplorable. I don't
Okay.
agree with that. I I got them
I'm
ranked
looking
like
at it.
27,
Hey, that's
but not
disrespectful.
30.
Lamelo Ball, they ain't gonna be that bad, bro. Nah, bro, that's disrespectful, bro. That's how that. Now we know how the league feels about the Charlotte Hornets now.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, it's not giving me. All right.
Go to ESPN. ESPN will give you the rankings. Either ESPN or League Pass, or I mean NBA TV. I mean not League Pass. You can get the rankings there. Wow, that's dirty. Okay, give us San Antonio and give us Portland Trailblazers.
Kafani?
He might be
I'm
researching,
hold on.
Yeah,
but
hold on
that's
for a second.
dirty.
Yeah,
The Bu-
hold on for a
no,
second.
no, the Bulls.
Hold on.
No, the Bulls are ranked 22nd. They're not 19. They're
Oh,
ranked
even worse.
22nd.
Oh my
The
God, Kafani, you trying to cheat us?
No, they must have updated then. No, you must have got the update then. They must have just changed
Oh,
it. Okay, you got the
I'm
update.
on
Okay.
ESPN.
Oh, they got the. Oh, they correct then. You
The
go
Spurs
ESPN.
are ranked 26.
Okay.
The Charlotte Hornets are ranked 27.
Okay, they got a couple of rings down. Okay.
See, that's the
Portland
number I
is
just said,
ranked
27.
28.
That's still
And
bad.
Oh, well, they ranked
27.
above Portland. Well,
Portland is ranked 28.
Damn.
and you said Spurs are ranked 26?
Spurs are ranked 26. Yes.
Well, I
Let's see
got
what the
Charlotte dead bang, 27.
Hey, what do I have the Pelicans ranked then? Since you got the ESPN.
Pelicans are ranked, I think 20. Hold on.
No, they can't be in the 20s.
No, I think the Pelicans are in the 20s.
That
That's
disrespecting the Pelicans
impossible.
too. Damn.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm saying the Pelicans is ranked around 11 or 12.
Gemini.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
What day was your
17.
article written on?
Okay, 17.
17.
Okay, what about Orlando Magic? Orlando Magic.
It's not an article. It's literally on ESPN website.
Yeah, ESPN ranking.
And I'm
Yeah.
scrolling.
And
up
I'm
and
looking
down
at
now.
that's why I'm asking, because I pulled up the article and this article was written on the 13th and they give me the rankings too.
Yeah, I just went on ESPN their website. Hold
I'm
on.
on the same website.
Or you
Who
got
did
some
you ask
conflicting
about that?
numbers?
No,
Orlando. Check Orlando.
yeah, somebody said Orlando.
Orlando is ranked 23rd, and they're a development team.
My
Orlando.
Boy, they gave
23rd
Orlando
is
some
different.
love, huh?
My 23rd is different. It's Indiana.
See, so hold on.
Okay. Yours might need to
I
be
got
respect.
Indiana at 21st on this one. I got them at 21.
Who wrote
Hey,
this?
Murgard must got the ask Murgard. Do he got the proper updates? Murgard
She
probably
got it. No, you don't need to ask her got anything. Purple Baby got it.
No,
Purple Game. Purple Game. What you
I'm
got
just
there?
on their website. I'm just actually on their website.
Yeah,
This is
you might
power
need to be
rankings.
refreshed though.
I got July 30th, 2020.
Oh yeah, that's his is more recent. Mine was
Oh,
at the
okay then.
beginning of June. On
Okay,
the
well,
13th.
okay then. We with Gemini then.
Okay.
All right,
Damn.
Gemini,
So
you got the proper updates. Yeah, you got it.
so
Okay.
who's the worst team, Gemini? Who's the worst team?
The worst team. Dun, dun, dun,
Number 30.
dun. 30 was. Oh, hold on. I just seen that. Hold on. Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. That's
Mm,
the most updated because Detroit didn't make no power moves. The only thing they got was a coach.
And they got Washington ranked at 29th.
That's
damn.
why I said that Charlotte should beat Washington, and that's it. And who's the number one rank?
Number one ranked should be Boston. That's going off the top of my head. Nope, they
No,
got
it's
them
got to
as
be Denver.
Denver.
Yep, what
Yeah,
I
I
just
was about
said,
to tell
Denver.
you, Denver is
Basil
cool.
Carpenter Jr.
Man,
They
they got
number
the
one.
Bucks ranked number two. What?
Yeah.
Hey,
They
what they
got
got
the
the
Bucks
Lakers?
being
I
pissed.
know. What they got the Lakers? What they got the
Where the
Lakers
Lakers
at?
at? Yeah, where the Lakers at? I want to ask, but I'm scared. They got to be top
Uh,
10.
the Lakers, number seven.
Yep.
They
Okay.
got Phoenix ranked that high. They got
Because they got
Phoenix
that
at
team.
four.
They got that team.
And they got and Phoenix just pick up Bobo.
We got
He over there
we
with his
going
idol. Oh.
Bobo, but Bobo is not. If he plays better, yes, I could possibly see them at four.
Okay, give us
But
a top five. Give us a top five.
okay, one is Denver, two is Milwaukee Bucks, three is Boston Celtics, four is Phoenix Suns, and five is Miami. Hold on, how's Miami number five?
Oh, Miami. Are you kidding me?
How's Miami
That's
number
a
five?
shocker.
How's
Who's under
Miami number
Miami?
Miami
My,
is a shocker.
Miami made it to the championship. That's why they probably ranked them like that. They made it to the
But
championship.
they
Okay.
lost. They lost
But
pieces.
yeah, that's true too. But they still gonna show
Okay,
that much
where is
respect.
Dallas? Where's Kyrie and Luca?
Hold on, I'm going back to it because I had just hit Miami just to see that I missed something that they altered to their schedule. I mean their own roster.
They waiting on Dame Lillard. That's what they doing.
Hold
They're
on,
projecting Dame Lillard. Yeah.
Dallas is ranked. Damn, they got Memphis at 10. Dallas is ranked 14.
Damn.
Wow. They got Memphis over Dallas and no John Morant.
Yep,
But
and they got the Knicks right above Dallas at 13.
you know what's crazy?
Oh, that's a shame they do the Knicks like that. Where's
And they
How
got the
Cleveland right there?
Clippers. The Clippers at 11.
Where's
how
Cleveland?
Cleveland ranked in the top 10, number 9.
Ooh, they don't believe the Knicks, do they?
Yeah, but they fell apart last year.
The
They
Knicks was in the second round though,
they got
so you
Golden State at number 8 still. Man, they
yeah.
high. They high.
Where's
I don't
Sacramento?
think Sacktown I think is in the Sacktown where y'all at? I think they in the teens.
They don't believe Sacramento?
Sacramento is number 12.
They don't believe Mike
They
Brown?
what y'all believe in Sacramento? Yeah, Sacramento. Oh, they're gonna take that, man.
They
That's
don't believe
disrespectful.
Mike Brown. That's what they saying.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, boy. They just man.
that's crazy.
Like
Listen, I gotta pin you, Unstoppable, because I'm sick of this Pat Will crap. Listen, I'm gonna be like Rip Van Winkle waiting on Pat Will to mature into something special.
say, bro, I'm gonna be honest to you, Unstoppable. A lot of people are doubting the depth that the Lakers bought, and I'm gonna be honest to you. 1 through 3 gonna terrorize the whole NBA, bro.
Uh-oh.
I'm
You heard it.
like we too deep, and we're gonna play those angles for steals. I wouldn't be shocked if we honestly turn back into the Showtime Lakers just because of the defense.
Mm.
Well,
Wow.
Talking my
well,
language.
Gemini.
He's talking
Hey,
my
Gemini.
language, Gemini.
Yeah.
Y'all, watch what you saying because if they fail, you fans on
You
Flight Sports
don't talk
TV,
about bet. No,
Man,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
wait,
they're
wait,
gonna
wait,
hold it
wait,
against
wait,
you.
wait, 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 wait.
Unstoppable. How
Okay,
dare you talk about bet money
now
from
hold
the
on.
chat? Get on the panel.
Hold, hold, hold on, Dex Cafani. Let me explain something to you. There was two players last year before the trade deadline, and I really want you to understand this. It was two players that gave the NBA torture last year. And do you now realize those same two players are Lakers?
What players are that? Those.
Prince and Vandal.
Oh yeah, they got. Oh yeah, they got. Yeah, I forgot about those guys. Okay, yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
didn't.
They
About
gave the NBA hell last year.
what
Not
else?
just
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
They gave
yeah.
the whole NBA hell last year.
Yeah, we about to get up out of here. We had a hell of a show tonight. You don't have to leave. You guys could stay in the back.
Stay up, Purple, for a sec.
Yeah, well, Purple just left.
Oh,
But
damn.
Calfani is in here.
Yeah,
He'll be
I'm
Alright.
here
sorry.
with you.
Yeah.
Dex is here. I'll
Yeah, I'm
drop.
I'm gonna click off. I gotta get up and
Okay,
watch.
what
But
I'll do
listen,
is I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link and I'll stay for 2 more minutes. But I'll log off. Anybody want to join? They could join y'all in the back.
okay. Well, let me make this announcement real quick before you click us all off.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an announcement too
Unstoppable.
when you're done. I got an announcement to make too. Good.
Unstoppable. Be on the panel tomorrow, and we can chide each other out about this bull crap. That's what I'm calling it. Bull crap. You hear? Pun intended. Okay, I'm done, Flight.
Unstoppable. Hit the link when Flight
Yeah,
hit
the link is
put
there.
the link
Yeah,
up.
Unstoppable. If you want to get the link, if you want to join in there with them.
Right
But
quick.
what I will say is tomorrow we have a special show. We have a guest tomorrow opening our show. So make sure y'all tune in. Definitely somebody who was with the Ball family, traveled with the team. Very close with Lamelo Ball, very close with Lonzo, very close with Leangelo, very close with the CEO of Big Baller Brand, LeVar Ball. Listen, tomorrow's about to go down. I ain't gonna say nothing else. It's Flight Sports TV. Take it or leave it.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Unstoppable. Hit the link, bro.